back to Final Fantasy 14. It's been a while. There was some things I had to take care of, but I'm back now. I'm hopefully back on schedule. Sorry I'm a little bit behind. I'll hopefully catch up, go faster and catch up soon. But let's get this show on the road. If for anyone who might have forgotten or doesn't remember, we ended up joining up with the Temple Knights and that this one guy, what was it, Sir Amaric, and we went into Snowcloak and we fought a bunch of heretics and we fought probably the worst designed boss in all of Final Fantasy XIV. Oh boy. But then we also caught the Ivy, which was an evil person working for the Empire. So now we're gonna head back and talk with Minfilia at the Rising Stones. So let's get to it. Woo! So let's talk with all the people, catch up with them before we do so. Tataru what? Tataru what?
Not bad, eh? With a little more practice, I could earn a fortune at the Ruby Road Exchange.
What? I mean, yeah, but why? Wow. That's good. What is that? A dagger, a bottle, and a cleaver? I mean, yeah. Oh, I guess a hatchet, I guess that would be.
She cannot seriously be considering it. Life as a street performer should be one's last resort, not their first.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Papa Limo. But I mean, let her live her dream. Tataru has grown beyond childish fantasies of becoming a songstress. Now she aspires to be a legendary street performer. I mean, sure, if that's what she wants. A rousing tale of a comrade's valor. Truly we are fortunate to count Lady Ugidi as a friend.
Thancred's tales of Lady Ugidi almost beg a belief. My heart is fair fit to burst from admiration.
Well, yes, but Higidi, you're missing the point. The individual doesn't matter. It was a team effort, and I was the one who... Thancred, are you trying to make the girls be, like, admire you? Oh my gosh, you dork. Ah! Squat! 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 It is a battle of wills, a struggle for supremacy. Our fighting styles may differ, but this unyielding spirit is the same in warriors the world over. I must admit, this exercise of yours never fails to amuse me. While its movements appear comical, it does seem to be having the desired effect. Strength Hori! On your honor as a Scion, I forbid you to surrender!
Ha! I could do this all day. ALLDAY.
I cannot go on much longer. Oh my goodness. You know, we were outside, like, fighting heretics and stuff, and you guys playing and flirting and performing. You know what? You guys have fun. As long as you guys are having fun. I'm sure I had a break too. I had a pretty long break as well. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yo, Minfilia, what's up?
Welcome back, Calosa. I understand that Alphino had a task for you. May I ask what it was?
You were just catching the Ivy, you know, as you do.
Charges of treason and espionage against Eileen Royale? I can scarce believe it. Could there not have been some manner of misunderstanding? No, it avails not to dwell on it. Whatever the truth may be, we must trust to the authorities to uncover it. Let us speak of another matter. I am pleased to report that we have made progress in our efforts to find a way into Iceheart's sanctum.
Oh boy! Pray tell, Minfilia. Wait, it said Minfilia was never worried about asking others for A. Nice.
As you may recall, Iceheart used the aetherite in the depths of Snowcloak to teleport a short distance to the west, most likely to a sanctuary of some description. It is there that we suspect she means to summon Shiva using the crystals she stole from House Fortom Caravan. The heretics believe that they are bringing about the second coming of their patron saint, but if, as we suspect, they mean to hold a summoning ritual of the kind employed by beast tribes, it seems more likely that the result will be something more akin to a primal. Suffice it to say, they must be stopped, and stop them we shall. But first, we must surmount the obstacle that Iceheart has placed in our path. Ordinarily, it would be a simple matter to tap into the established Ethernet and thereby follow our quarry. However, despite our best efforts, we've been unable to ascertain the position of the aetherite to which she teleported. A prevailing theory is that she destroyed the second aetherite upon arrival. A reckless, desperate measure, but also an effective one. After discussing the matter at length with Urianger, we have concluded that we lack the expertise to develop a solution. Well, then what are we gonna do? Which is why we have called upon the aid of one who does possess such expertise. A colleague of ours who is currently en route to Revenant's Toll from Charlian. She should be arriving within the hour, in fact. Since you are here, mayhap we could welcome her together. I'm certain she would appreciate the gesture. Let us make our way to the northern gates and await her coming.
Oh boy! Another Charlian. Another pompous Charlian.
Well, I'm so cool. Look at me, I'm the bestest.
Midphilia's never been one for actually doing stuff. She might break a nail. Thanks, Alteron. You know. You sure know. You know this stuff. Woo! Revenant's Toll. Revenant's Toll. Shoop. Let's hop on Javelin. Come on, Javelin, take us there! I've been playing on an alternate character with my father, and let me tell you, people are like, you don't need the faster mount speed, but you can tell. There's a difference.
What manner of woman is she, I wonder? We've spoken before via Link Pearl, of course, but it is just not the same.
I suppose that's true. Alright, where is this Charlian? A she-Charlian. Ooh.
Oh, hey! I hear a chocobo carriage.
Yes! Who could it be? It's not that Lalafell. Oh. Ah, I saw that Scion tattoo. It's a Rogadin lady. Nice.
Minfilia, am I right?
Oh my! Got voices here.
None other. I bid you welcome to Revenant's Toll, and thank you for traveling so far on such short notice.
As if I could ever say no to Urianger.
Moonbreeder is an accomplished Charlian scholar and an authority on aetherite technologies.
And her hairstyle is awesome! I mean, hi.
She has played an invaluable role in our search for a means to capture Ascian souls.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Yes, very charmed. Uh-huh. Oh my. Rogadin ladies. Hi. Continue. You're a great person. Moonbreeder. Yo, Moonbreeder! For an outpost in an ether-rich wasteland, this place is a good deal livelier than I expected. Just goes to show that you can never know until you know. Let us return to the Rising Stones at once, then. We have much to discuss. Indeed. Let's go talking. Oh. Let's see, what do we got today? We got an Onion Knight again! What is up with you, Onion Knight? You and more bold seedling! Please don't breathe on me. Oh yeah, my favorite thing about Morbol Seedling, let me pull that up. Where is it? It is in the fashion among wealthy Uldan merchants and nobles to bring Morbol seedlings to banquets, so that the upper crust might inhale the seedkin's boot-like bad breath to induce vomiting, allowing them to engorge themselves for the duration of the gathering. Now, on the one hand, that makes sense, because there are the people in the past who would to swallow feathers and stuff to vomit up more stuff. But if you recall, there are a lot of Huron merchants and a lot of Lalafelian merchants. So I'm betting it's mostly a Lalafel practice in order to eat as much as a Hure does, in order to make them look as powerful or something. It's probably a power play by the Lalafels. You never know with them. Is that Tube Samadhi on the wall back there? I'm amazed you managed to find all the pieces after, well, you know. Oof, woof. Too soon. Too soon for her, I guess. I miss you. I miss you, Louisoix. Anyway, continue. Minfilia, continue. Hey, everyone's here. Would it be? Oh, it's Ida.
Moon! Gods, it's been ages!
So, Ida, did you win the squatting contest? Who won? Please tell me.
Oh, longer, sister. A joyous reunion indeed.
Well, of course it is. Moon and I are like twin sisters.
Save in appearance and aptitude.
Oh, snap! Ho, 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 ho. Ha, 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 ha. Ho, 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 ho.
Everyone, if I could have your attention.
What was it? The yar har har, ho ho ho, and a couple of la-dee-does. That's how we laugh the day away in the merry old rising stones. Nice, got it!
We have with us an esteemed guest who has come from Scion to assist us.
But it sounds like she knows everyone here, but I don't, so it's kind of like... Oh, yeah. Hey there, Moonbreeder, hi. You guys talk with her while I just stand here and look weird and awkward.
I bid Moonbreeder join us here that she might share with us her extensive knowledge of Aetherites.
Well, tell us about the Aetherites. How do I beat up Shiva?
Also, as many of you are already aware, she has been overseeing our research into white auracite, a sample of which she has been good enough to bring with her.
I was gonna say something like, oh, you know, stop Shiva from happening, but let's be honest. It's happening. It's happening. Nani?
Well, I had to come, didn't I? You'd have to be bloody daft to turn your nose up at a chance like this. Where better to conduct my final tests than a land so steeped in ether you can taste it?
So, what is this white auracite? Please tell us. Explain, Moonbreeder, explain.
'Tis plain the passage of the years hath done little to dampen thy youthful spirits.
Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes!
And nothing at all to reform thy youthful manner.
Oriange, where in the hells have you been hiding?
Unhand me.
I come all this way, and that's what you have to say to me.
Riange, please.
I much preferred when you were pleading with me to drop everything and hurry to your side. What was it you said? None save thee can satisfy this need.
Oh, excuse me? Tell me more.
Go on.
That Cray and Calosa just fist bump across the way. It's happening!
Thy own artless attempts to misrepresent mine all too innocent motives do thee little credit. Mine intent, as well thou knowest, was but to impress upon thee the gravity of the circumstance. Lest thou doubt, a deiform entity shall shortly be summoned, save if thou and no other grantest my compeers thine aid.
Sure, Orianche. Also, yes, Moonbrita is the best. Calosa is like, okay, Charlians are stuffy. This lady, awesome.
You still haven't found it then? Your missing aetherite.
Yeah, that's why we invited you, Moonbrita. Please tell us how to find missing aetherites.
We have not. No. We know that Iceheart teleported to an aetherite not far from the first. Yet even after careful analysis, we could not locate the second beacon. We now suspect that the heretics destroyed the second aetherite to impede our pursuit.
What can we do about that?
Our allies continue to scour Snowcloak for Iceheart's sanctuary, but we have no guarantee that they will find it. Yet it must be found, for even now Iceheart prepares to call upon Saint Shiva.
It's been like 2 weeks, by the way. It's probably already happened, I'm just saying.
I'm sorry, but if the aetherite's been destroyed, then that's that.
Oh no.
Although, you're absolutely sure she used the first aetherite, are you? She didn't just use teleportation magics?
Nah, she was there. She even held out her hand and did a little, like, woo, flicky thingy.
One of our own bore witness to her escape. I can say with absolute certainty that Iceheart used the aetherite.
I love how it's one of our own because they can't say Calosa because it's our adventurer friend here. No, one of our own. Sure, why not? Yeah, everyone stares. I was there. She was like derp.
In that case, there might be a way, so long as the ethereal current is still flowing.
Sorry, I almost talked over you.
Truly? How?
We use the current to recreate the beacon.
How so?
As you know, aetherites are a bit like lighthouses. We use them to reconstitute our physical forms when crossing the ethereal sea. Without them, we'd lose all sense of direction and our essence would dissipate.
So we just end up being lost in the ethereal sea and, like, what is it? Turn into a soul in the life stream? That would suck.
However, we don't rely solely on these beacons. There are currents of ether which flow between them, currents which help guide us to our destination. Now, these currents will gradually dwindle away to nothing if an aetherite is destroyed. But if even a sluggish flow remains, we could theoretically use it to direct a surge of concentrated ether towards the void left by the beacon, and thereby fill it up again.
So we could just follow the current, like just floating on the ocean.
Like opening the floodgates to fill a dry riverbed. Though, correct me if I'm wrong, but would we not need a veritable reservoir of ether?
Yeah, we'd need like a bunch of crystals or something. Enough to summon a primal. That would suck.
In concert, we might manage to channel a sufficient volume, yet that is not my chief concern.
So wait, if we just all use our ether together, it might work?
To direct the flow of so great a volume of ether with the requisite precision would be a nigh impossible task in itself.
Oof.
I barely succeeded in facilitating travel to an unattuned beacon. That which you describe sounds considerably more difficult.
Poor Ida.
And dangerous. Every person who has attempted to teleport in this fashion has died in the process. They, however, did not have white auracite at their disposal.
What is this white auracite you speak of, Moonbrita? Please explain.
I can use it to channel all the ether you can give me into the aetherite. However, white auracite cannot retain ether for an extended period of time, so we would need to infuse it immediately beforehand. Just so you know, I'd confidently give this plan better than even odds of success. And if the worst comes to worst, your people won't suffer.
What? What? better than even. So 60% and 40% means that I die. Because let's be honest, it's me going. I know it's me going.
Though it risked the lives of our best and brightest, we have not the time to seek other options. If the ethereal current still flows, we shall carry out Moonbreeder's plan.
Wonderful. Wait,
That's
why
the
am I?
spirit. Let's roll the dice.
Why am I agreeing to this? I'm the one who's gonna be going in here. I know it. It's me. Time for me to die, I guess. Time for me to re-roll my character. Oh, rip Calosa. Infilia, please. I'm gonna die.
I have already informed Alphino of our plan to recreate the beacon in the manner Moonbreeder described. He agreed that despite the inherent danger, it represents our only hope of success. He also said that he wished to meet with you at Snowcloak before proceeding. I expect you will find him waiting for you there when you arrive. I want you to know that I appreciate everything you have done for us on our behalf, Calosa, and that I have faith you will return to us, as you always have.
I appreciate everything you have done for us, Calosa, as you go off to die. This is great. How could this happen to me? I made my mistake. This is happening, man. Oh, I'm gonna be a dead-headed person. Ripping pepperoni. Oh wait, always forget. Let's use a priority aetherite pass. Save like 200 gil over the course of this entire thing. Actually, it's more like 1,000 gil, but still, saving 1,000 gil is better than nothing. Right? I guess. Come on, Jadalyn, let's go. Yeah. Oh, gosh darn it! I'm so used to using the Mikoshi. Sorry, guys. Hey, Mikoshi. Mikoshi's the best, by the way. Hey, this actually fits. Mikoshi is the best. I love Mikoshi. Mikoshi is the best, but you gotta get out of here before I use you again. Mikoshi, why? Why are you the best? Hey, LV! Thanks for joining us. Sorry I didn't, announce it anywhere, because, I kind of forgot, and then it was already time, so I was like, people will trickle in when they want to, if they want to. I think we're here. And no fates to get in the way of everything. Moonbreeder! Yo, Moonbreeder!
Trust in the power of the white Orosite, Calosa, and in me, of course.
Don't believe in yourself. Believe in me. Who believes in me?
Good to see you, Calosa. I'm starting to wonder if you're having second thoughts.
Oh, believe me, this is my third thoughts.
Captain Ilbert sends his regards, by the way. He attends to the interrogation of Eileen Royale, and will die even as we speak. But I shall not distract you from the matter at hand. We can discuss the Ivy upon your return. I trust that, by which I mean to say... the others are waiting for us at the Aetherite. After you, Scion.
Hello, Aetherite Tushiba. Get you guys looking cute. Yo, what's up? Time for me to die. Ethered. That's a song about putting ether in white Orosite. There you go, I bet you didn't know that secret lore.
There it is! It's ready!
Ether! Oh, hey! It is! It's working!
Oh, better attuned. Ha! It worked! I think. Oh, jeez. Try attuning to the ether right now. Feel for the current and try to locate the beacon. Okay, come on. I think I found it! We've done all we can, Calosa. For now, let us withdraw. When your final preparations are complete, you must seek out the beacon we have created. If, by the grace of the 12, you arrive safely, you must stop Iceheart before she summons Shiva. Oh, believe me, I know. It's not gonna happen. I'm gonna beat the crap out of Shiva. I'm sorry, all the people who like Shiva. I'm beating the crap out of Shiva. I'm sorry, Elvie. I'm sorry, I'm gonna beat up your crush. We cannot ignore the possibility that our actions have alerted Iceheart to our plans. Should that be the case, she may attempt to hasten the completion of the summoning ritual, and if she succeeds, you will have little choice but to face Shiva in battle. Knowing little of this saint, I cannot say if your own strength will suffice, and so I encourage you to call upon your allies. Some may have reservations about wagering their lives on the success of Moonbreda's experiment, but others will surely agree that desperate times call for desperate measures, and not desperate lies either. Before you assemble your party, pray speak with that knight. I believe he has a message for you from Sir Amaric. All right then. Hello, stalwart temple knight. Please allow me access to Shiva's lair. Madame, Sir Amaric regrets he could not be in here in person and asks that I read you this letter. Midgard faces an unprecedented threat. Yet in our hour of need, it is not her knights who stand poised to defend her. Calosa Whispersong, the warrior of light, a savior of Eorzea, your deeds this day shall not be forgotten. Where others would flee, you choose to remain. Where others would falter, you rise to the challenge. Where others would use their gifts for selfish ends, you wield yours in service to a greater cause. May Halone bless you with good fortune and see you safely home. Well, now I kinda gotta do this. Use the duty finder to confront Shiva in the Alf Amphitheater hard. Let's do this. LB going in as a dragoon to fight a heretic. Good. Chef kiss. Very good. Annika doesn't want to come. Disappointed. No, Annika, why? Hey. Before Amaric wrote out the letter, he also wrote, but it scribbled out, "How do I love you? Let me count the ways." I'm sorry, Alteron, you were typing. I'm going to be a jerk about it, though. Where is this? Where is this? Wait! This is the final hard mode thing, apparently. Does that mean we're almost finished? Ooh, we're getting closer. Getting closer to the end of A Realm Reborn. Nice. Hello, Crystal Brave. And I bet you wish you had a scarf right now. Man, I wish I had a scarf. My poor fingers are frozen. But I cannot wear gloves. I have to show off my beautiful ring. My beautiful bonding ring. Thank you for reminding me, and you are right. Oh, yeah, you are right, LV. This is a very good trial. This is probably many people's favorites, and it is LV's favorite. Yo, people, what's up? What's the haps? No one's doing trials right now because they're all running a level 80 thing over and over and over, and no one is doing trials. I'm pretty sure I haven't done a trial roulette in, oh gosh, weeks? I haven't done a trial roulette in weeks because of all the crap they're forcing us down our throat. In fact, if it doesn't happen in like a few minutes, we may just do this unsynced just to get past it. Because tisk tisk, people running
the people running alliance roulettes over and over and over. Hello, Mr. Morble Seedling. Hand over. If you use hand over, you can feed it. You know, you just om nom. Om nom. I don't know. What do you feed a Morble? That's the question. What do you think a Morble actually eats? Does it really eat flesh? Because I know that a lot of Venus flytrap like things, they have like either the bad smell of rotting flesh to get people, or they have like something really sweet to try to attract like bees and stuff. So I'm assuming the bad breath is supposed to be in order to attract scavengers who want to try and eat a carcass, and then they get eaten by the thing. Sulfur from the Vale. Yes, sulfur from Aurum Vale. That's where it came from. That makes sense. I understand. Pet Morble Seedling. Oh my goodness. There are no people coming. Shall we just do an unsynced? I promise I won't murder him too fast. Oh, never mind. Nice! I did say wait 5 minutes, and it was before 5 minutes. I was just being impatient, because I'm always impatient. Squishy, squishy, squishy. Squishy, squishy, Morble. Squishy, squishy, squishy. Squishy, squishy, Morble. This is the sound of the squishy Morbles. This is the sound of the squishy Morbles. I've a mind to join you, but Urianger made me promise I wouldn't. Apparently, the thought of me becoming Shiva's thrall was too much to bear. As if I'd give her the chance. Aww, Urianger's worried about her. It's adorable. No! What? Who was that? Oh no. Oh. Oh no, Elvie was stuck. That's what happened. Well then, never mind. We'll just do it undersized, because I'm not waiting a second time. There we go. Cornet. That's fine. We'll just do it unsynced. It's not a big deal. Whatever. Took me a sec to think maybe it was me. Maybe I was too busy talking. I didn't. Oh! Iceheart!
You should never have come here, warrior of light. I labor only to forge a lasting peace. A peace you would deny us out of ignorance and blind faith. No matter. If it is our fate to be at odds, then it is mine to strike you down.
Echo.
We whom gods and men have forsaken shall be the instruments of our own deliverance. Partake of my flesh. Fill this vessel with your light. Walk amongst your brothers and sisters once more. Oh, Saint Shiva, still the hatred within our hearts and bless us with eternal grace.
What do you mean? What's going on? Aha! She became Shiva? That's never happened before. Is this the power of the Echo? Okay then, let's do it. Oh, Elvie coming right in. Those who have taken up the sword shall perish by the sword! The cycle ends here and now! Out. Sorry. Blade of Ice to defend my brothers! Ow. Come to rise to join in the chorus, my brothers! What the? Oh, jeez. Cat. Stunning the cat. Are you stunning me? There it is. Gotta get behind her right when she casts. Oh, never mind. Oh, jeez, ow. The crit. Embrace the serenity. Renounce the hatreds that consume you. Scatter them like dust in the wind. A shower of ice to rend flesh and bone! Oh, there we go. In and out. Nice. Good job. Ow! Careful. Oh no! Oh, the glacier bash! There we go, that way. Forgive them, my beloved! Funnily enough, that was probably slower than an actual fight would have been. People go through that fight so fast nowadays. Goodbye, Shiva. Rippin' pepperonis. Oh. Oh, hey, you're still here. Sorry I murdered your, like, saint lady. Actually, I'm not sorry.
Fool. Blind, bloody fool. You, of all people, should understand the suffering war begets. That no sacrifice is too great if it brings an end to the violence.
Iceheart, I'm gonna be nice with you here. The sacrifice you are using is a bunch of crystals, that is the life force of the planet. That is ether crystallized. So, destroying the world is going to end the violence by destroying the world. So, Iceheart, yes, there is a sacrifice that is too great if it brings an end to the violence, because destroying everything isn't cool either.
Mine is the righteous cause.
Then don't use crystals, lady! Ah!
You fight in a war you do not understand. A pawn of liars and schemers.
Okay, now this I'm gonna understand. If this war is a pawn of liars and schemers, please tell me what the problem is. Please tell me why Sir Amaric and Lord Harshaphon are bad people. Please tell me. Tell me all about how bad these people are. Please tell me.
And they are no less ignorant than you. Following the creed of their fathers without question, never thinking to ask why.
Okay, why is the creed that their fathers said without question is a bad thing? Please tell me. Please tell me why it is a bad thing so I can agree with you and join you on this quest of liberation without using crystals. Please tell me.
Trapped in a delusion of their own creation and blind to the truth.
Iceheart, dear, I'm giving you an out. Please tell me why I should be joining you, and I will probably join you. Okay?
Warrior of Light, redemption is not beyond us.
Okay. Yes, I'm agreeing with you. Redemption is not beyond us. Tell me why I should agree with you.
We who walk before may lead those who walk after.
Yeah, okay, the echo, right. Why are you the righteous person?
Seek the keeper of the lake. See with eyes unclouded.
Thank you. Okay, there we go. I'll find out this keeper of the lake. He's that big dragon guy, right? And you're right, you're heretics, you're dragon people. Thank you. That's all. Well, actually, you could just tell me what the... Never mind. Whatever. I'll do it. I'll do what you want. Jeez.
Do not squander Mother's gift.
Don't tell me about squandering Mother's gift. You're trying to murder her by using up all of her energy. Just get out of here, Iceheart. Get out of here. Shoot. Shoot. Oh no, iced.
Hear. Feel. Think.
Iceheart, you are not idling. You stop that. God, this bugs me so much. They did this with, what is the other game? Bravely Default. They did this with Bravely Default, spoiler alert. They do this big thing like, oh, he's the bad guy, really? But, like, they never explain it. It's dumb.
And so
anyway.
the vessel withdraws. A predictable outcome.
Oh, this is that Ascian guy with the weird bug mask. Well, I was saying, why should I trust Iceheart? And Alteron's like, because I'm hot. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, okay. Makes sense.
Nevertheless, La Habrea will be pleased.
Nani?
How unfortunate.
Doesn't like La Habrea? What? But anyway, this bugs me a lot. There's a lot of, like, JRPGs that do this, and it bugs me. Oh, here's a thing that we could have explained to you 20 hours ago, and it would have made the game 40 hours, like, faster. But no, we have to keep it going like this. I don't know, really. It might just be, no, just tell people. By the 12, you're alive. I mean, of course you're alive. Why wouldn't you be? Yeah, shut up, Moonbreeder. There's something about Iceheart. Iceheart did what? And you're certain about that, are you? Trevanians are skilled with glamours, after all. Look, if you say that's what you saw, I believe you. It's just that I've never heard of a primal being summoned like that before. I know, it's weird. That's why I was asking you guys, because you guys are the hoity-toity smarty-pants people. No offense, but yeah, kind of offense. Whatever. Are you sure you're not injured? Head trauma has been known to cause hallucinations, you see. No? Fair enough, I was only asking. You know what? I am kind of tired of this. Let's just go. Remains unconvinced that you have not sustained a head injury. Moonbreeder, please. You're on my good side. Don't lose it. If you ask me, there's not to be gained from mulling over the implications of your story in the freezing cold. Let's save it for the rising stones, eh? I'll get everyone to meet us there. But before that, you had best pay a visit to White Brim Front and speak with Alphino. He's probably worried sick about you. That, or he's playing at politics with the Ishgardians. Either way, I'm sure he'll be delighted to see you hale and healthy.
Speaking of which, you don't have a headache or anything, do you? No? Blurred vision? Oh, no reason. See you again soon. Moon Burrito, you are on the last thread. I am not happy. I just, Iceheart. What was it? Another one was, what was it? Tales of the Abyss. Pisses me off. There's this guy who's like, I wonder if this mysterious thing could be it. And they're like, what did you think, Colonel Jade? And Colonel Jade's like, no, I don't want to say anything until I'm positive. And you know what? If he had said it 5 hours into the game, I swear to you, it would have been 40 hours shorter. I swear to you. And this is JRPGs every time. Pisses me off. Alphino, what's up? There she is, and none worse for wear. Was there ever any doubt that the Warrior of Light would succeed? I think I speak for all of us when I say that I should like nothing more than to hear the stirring tale of your victory, if you would be so kind. Well, I mean, the lady had the echo, and then she turned into a Shiva herself. And we were too late to prevent the summoning. But not too late to prevent further loss of life, an outcome worthy of celebration, and one for which we have Calosa, Elvia, and Aeonica to thank. Yes, you are right, of course, Sir Americ. We should be content with what we have accomplished. I, for one, would not have wished for a better outcome. Shiva is no longer a threat, and the heretics have been routed. Aye, there is the matter of Iceheart's escape, but she cannot run forever. Whether it takes days, weeks, or moons, even years, my knights will find her. In the meantime, Lord Drillmont has a caravan ready. The supplies your men recovered have been prepared for transport in accordance with your wishes. Rest assured that my knights will see them safely to Revenant's Toll. Of that I have no doubt. I take it these are the self-same supplies the heretics stole from the House Fortom caravan. Less the crystals which comprise the bulk of the shipment, yes. Scarcely a fraction of what we promised, but a meaningful contribution to your cause all the same. Oh, on an unrelated note, Calosa, might I trouble you to accompany me to Camp Dragonhead at your earliest convenience? I mean, sure? 'Tis not for my benefit, and certain lord was most distressed when he learned of your intent to risk life and limb to stop Iceheart. It took half a dozen knights to restrain him, I am told. Aww, Harshavant, adorable! Harshavant. Men give vent to their anxieties in myriad ways. Pray do not think less of him. I mean, I don't. He's just adorable. I want to pet him. On the head, like a son. And not like anything else. Creeps. Come on, Gooby! Let's go see Harshavant! He's the son of a guy who's probably a count or something. Let's go and maybe look at a gooby butt while we go. Oh yeah, gooby butt, oh yeah. Flying gooby butt, oh yeah. That's the song about the gooby butt. Oh man. Harshavant is adorable and I love it. Little waving arms. He's waving to everyone on the street. There we go. He just ran inside. No! No, Gooby! Don't destroy everything in here. Our business here is concluded. We should attend to Sir Americ and the Intercessory. Nope, not yet. I'm talking to Harshavant. Calm yourself, child. What were you thinking, Calosa? Wagering your very being on a dubious theory which might allow you entry into Iceheart's lair, knowing full well that she could have sufficient forewarning to complete her ritual to summon Shiva anyway, and then engaging the abomination in mortal combat by the fury, Calosa. 'Tis the stuff of ballads, a battle for the ages. Would that I had been there to fight by your side. Man, I'm sorry, but you're not part of my free company. I would have invited you if you were. Yet here I was forced to wait, condemned to wonder at the fate of a dear friend for a veritable eternity. I would not wish such torture on my most hated enemy.
Me, not even on Iceheart? I mean, with that, I mean, okay, never mind, sure. But you are here now, and that is what truly matters. Let us move on. Sir Emmerich wished to have words with you and Mr. Elfino in private. He awaits us in the intercessory. Sounds like a plan. Alright then, let's go! The House Foretold Guard. House Foretold. House for Temps. House for Temps. House for Temps. Because I'm hot. Well, Elvie's sold. Yep.
On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, allow me to express my deepest thanks.
You're welcome. I like murdering primals. That's kind of just my forte at this point.
Never before have we been required to contend with a primal. Indeed, there were fears in some quarters that our knights might not be equal to the task. From what we have now learned of these beings, I can say with certainty that we would have lost a great many men had the Scions not intervened.
Yeah, she probably would have been able to, like, if this was a primal, she probably would have been able to enthrall them like the other primals. Woof, it doesn't sound fun. Oh, hi, Emmerich. Elvie, please. Elvie, get back. Shoot. This way, over there.
Then the argument for preemptive action should be self-evident. Perchance now you will reconsider my proposal that Ishgard move against Nautalon.
You know, sometimes I wonder if my Alphino is too pompous, but then he goes, reconsider my proposal, and I'm like, okay, never mind, spot on. Continue.
Ere we first met, a similar proposal was tabled, but the Holy See decreed that we were to observe and that military action should be taken only in self-defense. All things considered, it was not an unreasonable decision. Since the calamity, 2 vigils have fallen to the Horde, while Garuda has never shown any inclination to storm the gates of judgment.
I mean, yes, Alphino, that's why we're saying quiet, but continue.
Which is why this unprecedented crisis and its resolution may prompt a change in policy.
Ha.
You who have faced these primals know well the threat they pose. Ishgard did not. Not until now. And there is naught like a brush with death to change a man's outlook.
Yeah, my brush with death. Anyway, continue.
At the very least, this should silence any lingering objections to our arrangement with Revenant's Toll.
And that was the big thing we were thinking about.
The Holy See may even feel moved to grant us its formal endorsement.
So far as it is possible, the Scions shall be compensated for their service.
Is it money? Can I get some money? Actually, what do I care? I'm already married to like one of the richest dudes in Ul'dah. I'm just... families, I guess. Families in Ul'dah. Never mind.
We should be grateful for any aid you can provide.
Yeah, like... money? No.
As a gesture of good faith, I shall withdraw my previous request. Your people are doubtless needed elsewhere.
Thank you, Emmerich.
That will not be necessary.
Actually, you're right. Aren't I supposed to go find this Keeper of the Lake anyway? Isn't that kind of my thing now?
We, too, have a vested interest in watching Dravania's movements.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Alphino has his, but I have mine now, because someone was talking to me about... oh, never mind. Continue.
I see. Once more, I must thank you.
Yeah. Elvie is like, well, you could compensate me with a day. I mean, money. Yeah, That Calosa was saying money, yeah.
Sir Emmerich, if I may, do you truly believe that Midgardsormr could return?
Yeah, like, Midgardsormr is like a... like, I've seen that. He's just a husk.
The heavens are a window unto truth, but those who interpret their movements are not infallible. I requested your involvement as a precautionary measure.
But of course, You sought an excuse to compensate us from the first, mindful of what would happen if Revenant's toll were taken by your enemies. Ishgard is not wont to aid its neighbors, but that does not preclude it from manipulating them to serve its own interests.
Alphino, please. Alphino, I hear that tone. Don't get angry at the guy who's helping us. Alphino.
Choose your next words carefully.
Do you know what sort of man becomes Lord Commander of the Temple Knights? One who comes from good stock. I did not. Yet here I am. Now, why do you suppose that is?
Because you're hot. I mean...
Because I swiftly learned to tell the difference between words, deeds, and beliefs. You are correct, Master Leveilleur. Ishgard desires to see Revenant's toll flourish, as it would present a troublesome obstacle to our enemies from the south.
We are so glad to be of use to you.
Alphino. Sit! The adults are talking.
As we are to you. Ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement, lest we forget, one born of necessity. The dragons grow more restless by the day, and the heretics harry us nigh without cease. We have contended with such troubles for centuries, but there are limits to even our endurance.
Elvie, I will smack you. Thank you, Elvie. Please.
Yet as a pauper is loath to part with his meager possessions, the leaders of Ishgard are not wont to render up their trust to outsiders. But with perseverance on our part, they may yet be made to see the light. Nevertheless, one must take care when walking the road less traveled.
Wise words, Sir Emmerich. I shall make a point to remember them.
And that's why, Alphino. Quiet. The adults are talking.
I must apologize for my earlier outburst. I hope it will not sour our good relations.
Why, Alfie? Shut up.
Not at all. You but spoke from the heart.
Yeah, you're lucky this guy is a nice dude. Jeez. See, this is why I don't talk. This is why I'm a silent protagonist. 'Cause I know this crap.
I trust you understand that at times my duties may prevent me from meeting with you. On such occasions, my second in command will speak for me.
What is this lady?
Lucia, at your service.
Lucia, that was it, I guess. Okay, hi Lucia. Calosa, nice to meet you.
Pray excuse our reticence. We are but wary of speaking too freely, lest our sentiments be made known to our enemies.
No, I understand. We already got this free speaker over here who nearly destroyed this whole peace talks. I mean, I get it.
Know that the Lord Commander and I are of one mind. For the sake of Ishgard, and of Eorzea at large, I pray our peoples can put aside their differences.
Indeed. High five, Lucia. I swear you're voiced by someone I know, but it doesn't matter.
Those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future.
Should aught befall one of our shipments, pray inform Lucia immediately. You may also relay to her any words you might have for me alone. Not being of Ishgardian birth, she owes no allegiance to any noble house, making her as near to incorruptible as one can find in my homeland. Suffice it to say, I trust her completely, and so may you. Which reminds me, Lord Orchafon, if you would be so kind.
Certainly.
Nani?
In times such as these, trust is ever in short supply. Mayhap this will go some way to rectify the problem.
Money, money, money,
The
money.
results of our investigation into the heretics' recent attacks, as well as our interrogation of the merchant you detained.
It wasn't money.
Sir Emmerich, I cannot thank you enough.
Emmerich says, if you want to speak with Lucia about anything, please go to her. Elvie. So, Lucia, is Emmerich, seeing anyone? Elvie, please.
Think nothing of it. Ishgard may be many things, but it is no friend to Garlemald.
Did I not tell you to have faith, my friend?
Of course, Harshavon. Fist bump! Fist bump! Fist bump. Don't leave a girl hanging! Okay, fine. Must not be an Ishgardian thing. For less troubles. LV, please, you already have fan cred. Yo, LV! It would seem we have much to discuss with our friends at the Rising Stones. If what you say is true, Iceheart's method of summoning Shiva defies all precedent. It necessitates a complete reappraisal of the primal threat and of our approach to combating it. Moreover, there are grave ramifications if word of this incident reaches Imperial ears. The Gallian Empire believes that primals are an insufferable menace, that their mere existence is a threat to this very star. As such, they deem any action taken against the beast tribes to be justified by default. Imagine then, if it became known that it was not only the beast tribes of Eorzea that could summon primals, but her civilized peoples as well, any lingering objections to the Eorzean campaign would vanish overnight. Where before we had to contend with a single Imperial Legion, we may well find ourselves facing the combined might of all Garlemald. But I speak unadvisedly. Come, Calosa, it is better that we continue this conversation in more dome. Yeah, let's probably not say a bunch of stuff about how Garlemald is just all coming to murder us. You know, around people who might, like, start going crazy. Oh, LV needs a harem, I see. So Amaric and Thancred. Got it. Oh, right. No, sorry. Amaric, Thancred, and Iceheart. You're right. So we need to find a way to make sure that Iceheart turns out to not be evil anymore so that we can bring her to the good side and then LV can make out with her. This is important stuff, okay? No, Papa Limo. Oh, hey, you're sitting. I do not fault Sir Amaric for being less than forthcoming with his beliefs. Not even the Highborn are beyond the reach of the Inquisition. Yeah, indeed. True, young leaders can be more amenable to new ideas. Then again, their lack of experience and influence can hinder their ability to enact reforms. Oh, Tatara waved! There's little fortune and far less fame in being a receptionist, but one must be realistic. Also, it would seem I was grossly misinformed regarding the average earnings of a street performer. Oh, baby! Poor Tataru! Forgive me, Calosa. I had thought I had prepared enough meals for everyone, but the others were most hungry. Oh, it's okay. I'm not hungry. I got food. LV keeps making food. Speaking of, do I got any food on me? I think I gave it to... Oh, no, there they are. Acorn cookies! Nom nom nom. Nom nom. Thanks, LV. Our stocks of wine have nearly run dry. That Charlian scholar is drinking us out of house and home. Moonbreeder! Thancred, you can't even outdrink Moonbreeder. To be fair, she is a very big. I'm just saying. What you two do is none is your own business. Don't say I didn't warn you. I just gotta say, you're you're all right. Trying to topple the table now, are we? Don't give up yet, boy. Ida, line him up. Calm yourself, Coltonet. It's just a little sip after practice. Clear shot the cobwebs, no end. A sip before practice, a sip after practice, and all too often a sip during practice. I do believe Moonbreeda's having quite the bad influence on you. Oh my gosh. Coltonet is just the nagging housewife. I love it. I did see, LV is saying, I did see this and bemoaned that I was only alright. That's because he's too drunk to be able to say the real things on his mind. Oh la la. There's actually there's a movie video someone made on YouTube with about Thancred, and that scene is in it. So there you go. It's there forever.
Words cannot well express how glad I am to see you return to us hale and whole.
Yes, I'm very happy that I'm not dead either. It's amazing.
Needless to say, I am most eager to hear your account of that which occurred in Kurthis, assuming you're ready to speak of it. Excellent. I shall summon the others at once.
Let's talk. Wow, Thancred, you sure sobered up fast.
Iceheart used her own body as a vessel for a primal soul?
I know, and it was probably gonna be really hot, but no. I mean, I'm still kind of angry at her, but still, let's continue.
Master Louisoix's writings make no mention of such a possibility. Can we be certain this entity was a primal?
Well, I mean, she was talking about how it was Shiva, and there were lots of crystals, and so, I don't know.
As certain as we can be that good King Mogulmog the 12th was a primal, I should think. Both were ostensibly summoned.
Yeah, I mean, it made sense.
Let's not quibble over definitions. Of more concern is the implication that Iceheart retained her will, even after she was possessed. We are talking about a mortal, wielding the power of a primal.
That's true. That's probably... like, if it was a normal person, like, wouldn't she have been enthralled and been like, oh, Shiva, like, all crazy and stuff? But she seemed pretty normal about it, still.
It can't possibly be that easy, can it? There must be some sort of sacrifice required. Or maybe she's just special?
Special. Oh.
What qualities this woman possesseth, I know not, but full sure am I that she was groomed for this role. Few are privy to the secrets of summoning, and but a single party standeth to profit from their dissemination.
Ascian!
Well, I wouldn't presume to comment on how the lass came to know about summoning, but I will say that what she summoned was a primal. The readings were the same, or near as damn it. Strange as it all sounds, it's really no different from what you've faced before. Then mayhap it is time that we re-examined our previous encounters.
Could this happen again?
Pack your things, Ida. We're going back to Gridania.
Yeah, we don't want the sylphs turning into Ramu. That would be weird.
Yes, sir.
About Iceheart's final words to you.
Oh, I think I know what we're talking about here.
Hear, feel, think.
Yeah, she was trying to be like some Jesus person. Ooh, I know all about Heidelin.
Heidelin speaks to her as well.
Yeah, I know. We kind of figured this out before. But yes.
If Iceheart is blessed with the power of the Echo, she will doubtless have used it to further her goals. Or could it be that it was a revelation granted her by the Echo which first set her on this path? She did say that the Ishgardians were blind to the truth.
I see a lot of past stuff. Maybe she saw something like way in the past that showed why she thinks the Ishgardians are evil.
Do you think she has knowledge of the origins of the Ishgardian-Dravanian War? It would do much to explain her unwavering conviction.
That's what I'm thinking, but the Ishgardian-Dravanian War is 1,000 years old. So there's gotta be something. And the Echo, you have to be in contact with a person who is there, who was there, like alive during that time. So gotta be really old. Or an item, maybe. Maybe she got her hands on a Dravanian artifact.
Did not the Lady Iceheart implore thee to seek the Keeper of the Lake? And did she not imply that in so doing thou wouldst come to see with eyes unclouded?
That does sound about right.
Midgardsormr was a king amongst kings who reigned for centuries on end. But he is dead and his wisdom lost to the ages. Unless the Ishgardians' fears are well founded.
Is he gonna revive somehow? If we do get a hold of him, maybe I can use my echo to see back then.
It would seem we have yet another reason to stand watch over the Keeper of the Lake. For a mercy, we are well positioned to do so.
Well, thankfully, we talked about it here instead of in front of Sir Emmerich, talking about how let's go see what the bad stuff about you guys are. I'm sure that'll go over well.
Iceheart, Shiva, Ascians, and Midgardsormr. I shudder to think how they're all connected.
Ugh. Alright then, the reason royale. I mean to scour the annals for knowledge of Midgardsormr. Given his great age, I dare say he appears in more than a few... Do I hear that? Commotion outside. Did you see if aught is amiss? No worries, here I go! It was like 5 seconds later, and already there's commotion. Of course there is. Oh, hey, what's up? I think everyone's... Yeah. Yeah, Thancred is immediately back to being drunk. Wow, Thancred, you are really good at that. Drunk, came back in impossibly sober, and then now you're back to being drunk again. He's like a no, this means that Thancred goes under the table in like a few sips. This is canon now, you guys. This is canon. He cannot hold his liquor. Ah, beautiful. Alfie, what's up? Calosa, 'tis well that you are on hand. We have a problem. Royale has escaped. Are you serious? It happened shortly after the immortal flames took her into custody. She had been placed in a dungeon cell ahead of her upcoming trial, but apparently the accommodation was not to her liking. The turnkey was found slain along with 2 guards. 'Tis plain she received inside help. Citizens report seeing Royale quitting the city via the Gate of Nald with a bloodied spear in her hand. She makes from Castrum Meridianum, I'm certain of it. With her fate in Eorzea as good as sealed, what recourse has she but to flee to her imperial masters? Even as we speak, Captain Ilbert and the First are hot upon Royale's heels. Pray make haste to Camp Bluefog and join the hunt. Yep, got it. Here we go! Camp Bluefog, which is in Thanalan, northern Thanalan, there it is. It's canon now. Thancred can't hold his liquor. 1/2 of a bottle puts him under. It's true. To be fair, I can't hold mine much either. That's probably because I don't actually drink that much. But like, I'll drink like, you know, really, really like juicy, fruity stuff, and like even like 1 jug, and I'm like tipsy. But thanks for coming, Scion. I have spoken with the soldiers here. They say that Royale walked through the camp not a bell ago. Aye, she walked right through. You did not mishear. We have Reborn's decision to keep the matter secret to thank for that. Bad for morale, he said. As a result, not a single flame in the garrison made any attempt to detain her. And so here we are. Royale must not be allowed to reach Castrum Meridianum. You got it. Let's go. Let's go, flying snowman! We're gonna catch her. Also, I just noticed that my body just inside. It just cuts off right there. There's Castrum Meridianum. Castrum Meridianum. Bum bum. Castrum Meridianum. Bum 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 bum. If I recall, there's a thing that happens. Oh wait, it might be later. Oh well. Oh hey, we got a fight going on. Yo, Yu Hase!
that really necessary? I'd better be compensated for the additional exertion you caused me.
Alright then, let's do this. What? Oh, right. You dork! Get out of this party. Get out. Shoot. Oh, I'm a fun, happy drunk. I'm glad then. I'm pretty dumb. I laugh at everything. My sister does too. So, maybe that's why. This wretch was with Royale. He threw himself at us that his mistress might escape. She didn't blink when we cut him down, not even when he started screaming. No loyalty even to our own, the god's damned harpy. Spit. With me, Scion, we almost have her. There we go. Oh, there she is in her adventurer gear. Yes! Whoever alive, kill the rest! Heretics! You will not take me so easily this time! Oh, I see that, Medicus. Get back here, Medicus. Where are the bloody reinforcements? Oh, hey, reinforcements. Always watch for a healer. Nope. Show them no quarter! Look sharp, men! Oh, a death block. I can't move! I'm in your debt! More reinforcements? They really aren't paying me enough. You cannot stand against the Empire! You know what? Let's do it. Heal the healers first! Or just, annihilate them all. I see that there. Go! Let's see if I can kill her in. And there we go. She can't be killed. You get her down to like 0 health and she just stands there with 1 HP. But give us all lateness. Oh hey, Eugenie! We're in your debt. The south of Venice knows to wander within. Lure the enemy into it. Understood. Whoop. I mean, we already have someone here, so. Elaine's just so dead. She's been dead for like a minute. There we go. Find her and do it tight! Hot. Yes, sir! Good work, men. Yo, Alfie. For the freedom of all. She and her Imperial cronies pushed us close, but we were better. Behold, a respected officer of the Immortal Flames. People looked up to you as one of the Order's founding members, one of its pillars. It saddens me to see you fallen so low. What would you know of low? You, a spoiled little lordling who has never known any want. People such as you take wealth and birth for granted. You think it's your God's-given right to rule over others. You know not of our plight, to the injustice that we Loreboanish guardians must endure. To the noble lords and ladies, we are not people, but resources to be consumed. I did what I had to survive. Stealing, killing, even whoring myself. It's no fault of mine if fools imagine me a paragon when I joined the flames. To hear you tell it, one would think you're the only person who ever suffered. In case you've forgotten, Reborn himself was born into poverty, as was I. We lived hand to mouth, with little more than the shirts on our backs. Hunger was our constant companion. Yet never did we bemoan our lot in life, nor did we begrudge others their fortunes. We accepted the hand that we had been dealt and played it to the best of our ability. Life was a battle, aye, but no matter what fate threw at us, we took it on the chin and we came back for more. Everything we have, we fought for. How are we any different then? 'Tis true we were both mercenaries of lowly birth. It is true that we both had our fair share of struggles. But whereas I sold my sword, you, Marshal, you sold your comrades. If life has taught me one thing, it's that you never betray your own. I would sooner cut off my own arm than raise a hand against a friend. But enough talk. You will return to Ul'dah to face justice and a people whose trust you have dragged through the gutter. Yeah, how are you? Different indeed, I wonder. Yo, Ilbert, that was quite an impassioned speech. Adjure the Crystal Braves that I might strike a blow against the Empire. Those who cast their lot with Garlemald should expect no better treatment. So much as a hint of remorse. 'Tis well that this sordid business is finally at an end. Friend's betrayal cuts deeper than steel. We must hope that we have chosen our own allies more wisely than Reborn chose his.
I've heard. Truly bothersome business.
Hey, Albert, you want any cornbread? Man, I'll take some cornbread. Don't worry, I'll take some.
No, I do not foresee a problem on that front. The main concern is Reborn. There is no telling what the brute might do.
Uh-oh, what is Taleji up to?
Have the Blades watch him in the flames day and night. You may leave the Sultana to me. I shall personally attend her grace.
Oh, no.
Sever one of the East Aldenard trade routes. That ought to keep Lolorito occupied for a while. Nanamo Ulnamo. For my sake, pray be a good little Sultana to the last.
Oh no, Nanamo! Dun, dun, dun. What the? Whoa! That was fast. Another favor. Captain Ilbert and I have a few questions for the Flame Marshal regarding the circumstances of her miraculous escape. When we have completed our interrogation, we shall take our findings directly to General Reborn, and that shall be the end of it. Your work here is done, my friend. Thanks. But I do have one more task for you. Return to the Rising Stones and apprise Minfilia of all that has happened. I am aware that the antecedent held Royale in high regard. For better or for worse, you will want to know how this fate ends. Oh. Yeah, she was the one like, oh no, I don't believe it! Poor Minfilia. Actually, let me just do a history. There we go. Doop-a-doop. There we go. Anything new? Nope. Denkrit's still drunk. That's how you can tell nothing has changed. Hey-oh!
Welcome back, my friend. I have already received word from Alfino.
Well, then why did he ask me to come back to tell you? Never mind, whatever.
To think that Flame Marshal Huayu was the Gallian agent. I know not what to say.
I was saying it Royale. I forgot it's French. Ryu.
Together with Reborn, Eileen lent us much needed aid at the time of our order's founding. She was particularly passionate about the need to tackle the primal threat.
Yeah, 'cause she's Garlean.
When we discussed the subject, her eyes fairly shone with determination. Whatever else she may have been, I choose to believe that it was her true self with whom I spoke then.
Because she was a Garlean. Never mind.
But now is not the time to dwell on such matters. I have an important announcement to make regarding our effort to defeat the Ascians. We shall begin as soon as everyone is assembled.
Yay! Time for more PowerPoint presentations! This time starring Moonbrita.
My thanks for coming, friends. Moonbrita, the floor is yours.
Heck yeah! Get up here, Moonbrita!
By now, I'm sure you're all familiar with white auracite, the miraculous material that'll allow us to capture Ascian souls. Back at Snowcloak, we verified its ability to absorb vast amounts of ether. Alas, it leaves something to be desired in the area of stability. The stone can only store ether for a short while before expelling its contents.
Yeah, well, we've noticed that part.
In addition to auracite's inherent limitations, we must needs be wary of our enemy's strength. Our foe draweth upon an infinite wellspring of power. Even should we succeed in entrapping him, the stone will not long contain his wrath.
Meaning that, if we want to kill the swine, we'll have to be quick about it.
'Tis our belief that an Ascian soul may be permanently undone, if smitten by a sufficiently concentrated burst of pure ether.
So, we need the white auracite to steal him into the white auracite, and then we're gonna destroy the auracite, and that'll be the thing that kills him forever.
The only trouble is, we can't say for sure how concentrated the burst needs to be. Without knowing how much ether an Ascian soul is composed of, we're basically guessing.
Our sole clue lieth in thy struggle with La Habrea.
Yes?
During that encounter, Heidelin bid you forge what she called a Blade of Light, a weapon which took the form of a luminous stream of energy.
Yeah, except it was my rod, which isn't a blade, Heidelin.
Based on your description, we believe the blade with which you vanquished your foe was composed of ether.
Probably ether directly from her.
Admittedly, your victory proved ephemeral, as La Habrea was able to use a crystal of darkness to flee into the space that lies between our world and the void. The fact remains, however, that Heidelin placed the means to destroy the Ascians in your hands.
So, we're gonna put the Ascians in the white auracite, and then I'm gonna use the Blade of Light to destroy it. Got it.
Be that as it may, it would be unwise to assume that she will do the same when we next encounter such a foe.
She'll help those who help themselves. Got it. So, how do I get enough power to destroy an Ascian then?
Quite so, my lady. We must needs find the means to forge our own blade of ether, one to equal that which Heidelin did benevolently bestow upon her champion.
That is all well and good, but it seems to me that producing such a blade will require a prodigious quantity of ether. Whence will it come, pray tell?
Crystals?
Oh, what if we had 2 pieces of white auricite? One to trap the Ascian, and the other to store the ether for the blade.
Oh, nice try. But it's as I said, the stone won't hold ether for any length of time. We'd still need to collect the stuff there and then, sorry to say.
And therein lies the rub. Finding a way to create the blade whenever and wherever we choose.
Twould seem more research is in order.
I'm going to linger a while, perform a few more tests on the auricite. And I could do with some help. Orianger, why don't you lend me a hand?
I love his like, he's so scared.
Mine apologies, but I am required at the Waking Sands. Lady Minfilia hath given me sole charge of the premises. 'Twould be unseemly to leave them unattended.
Sole charge, you say? So you're basically alone there then? Well, that settles it. I'll just have to come to you.
Ubrina is so thirsty. I love it.
While you were afield, word arrived from the Scion motherland.
Ah, motherland! Continue.
You will recall that a survey party was dispatched to investigate the incident at the Isle of Vow. What they discovered was troubling, to say the least.
Oh, Lucia's voice actor is in a lot. Yeah, I figured as much, because, like, when I heard it, I was like, yeah, I've heard this voice before. It's not one that, like, I immediately pick out, though, so...
According to the report, the Isle has been erased from existence.
What?
'Twas as if a hole had been torn in the very fabric of reality.
I'm sorry, I was busy talking to Elvie over here. What? The island is gone? Huh?
Aye, yet the mystery endeth not with the Isle's disappearance. It hath come to light that a number of scholars in various other locales were reported missing at a similar juncture.
Well, I mean, this kind of makes sense given Final Fantasy V, because Val is the land where Galuf is from, and Galuf is from another world. Maybe they just got teleported to the second world. I'm just saying. That's like Final Fantasy V. That makes sense.
What's more, they all had something in common with the head of the students of Baldessian. Every last one of them was researching a phenomenon called dimensional compression, or the rejoining as the ancient texts call it. I'll be damned if that's a coincidence.
Oh, so they want us figuring out stuff from the ancient library. Haha.
All indications suggest Ascian involvement. But I sense that a force greater still is at work. The entity the dark beings call the one true God. We must pray that my dear friend Kryl regains consciousness soon. If she bore witness to the Isle of Val's final moments, she may be able to shed some light on this mystery.
Yeah.
Following the calamity, the forces of the 14th Imperial Legion entrenched themselves in strategic locations across Eorzea. So swiftly did they accomplish this, it was suspected that they had received help. To think that it came from Huayu, my right hand.
There is more. We have reason to believe that Huayu didn't deal exclusively with the 14th. She also answered to a higher authority in Garlemald. But this higher authority could not have been the Emperor. By consenting to the media project, Solus Zos Galvus showed himself to be more concerned about preventing the spread of primal influence than claiming Eorzea for the Empire. He would happily have seen the lot reduced to ash. We believe a number of high-ranking figures within the royal household were against the decision, but that they knew better than to oppose the Emperor openly. Of course, this didn't prevent them from making clandestine provisions, in which Huayu played a part.
So, the Garleans, at the time, Emperor, 5 years ago, said, drop a giant moon on everyone and kill them all, and we'll just pick up the pieces later. We'll just put a bunch of Garleans in there and repopulate. But there were some Garleans who were like, okay, even that's taking it a little far. Slow down there, Satan. And they were the ones who hired Huayu to maybe do stuff with the Garleans and keep the primal threat under lock and key in order to keep the need for Meteor from happening again.
Alas, these provisions did not prevent Dalamud from falling, and the ensuing chaos changed the face of the realm forever. Yet Eorzea survived. To all intents and purposes, the Meteor Project had failed, and the Empire was left to rue its lack of a decisive means to eliminate the primals. Until, that is, it stumbled upon the Ultima weapon.
Even before the accursed thing was dug up, it seemed to me the 14th had the might to overwhelm our weakened armies. Yet they chose to hide behind their walls. Why?
The Black Wolf was wary of making the denizens of Eorzea desperate, lest more primals emerge to bleed the land. The discovery of the Ultima weapon, however, emboldened him to resume his war of conquest in earnest.
But there was one in Garlemald who believed that Van Belsar's actions were premature. One who stood higher in the Imperial Army's chain of command. He ordered the Legatus to halt his advance, only to find that the Black Wolf had slipped its leash, and that the 14th now acted alone. In a bid to bring Van Belsar to heel, he used the agent he had planted in Ul'dah prior to the calamity to undermine the Legion's efforts.
So at that point, Ryu was working for us in a way to stop Gaius in order to help the person in Garlemald. So, what?
A man who outranks Van Belsar, yet opposed the late Emperor's decision to annihilate Eorzea. This could only be the former High Legatus of the Garlean army, now known as Emperor Vorisos Galvus.
So the now Emperor is this guy who doesn't want to destroy Eorzea for some reason.
So he was Huayu's true master.
But one of several in actual fact. We've learned that even as Huayu served the Empire's interests, she sold Imperial secrets to a certain faction in Eorzea.
So now she's a triple agent.
In so doing, she helped to maintain the status quo, thus prolonging the conflict. Considering who stands to profit from war, it isn't hard to imagine who her other masters were.
Seven hells! You mean to say that she was a double agent?
I'm saying she was already double agenting for the Garleans. This sounds like triple agenting.
Triple, if you consider her services to Van Belsar and the new Emperor as separate.
As neatly as these pieces seem to fit, one aspect of the puzzle remains unclear to me. By whose will was the Marshal feeding intelligence to the heretics? And try as I might, I fail to see how aiding their cause would profit either her Imperial or monetarist masters. Could it be that another hand is at work here? If so, Huayu must be made to reveal whose it is.
Not only have I lost a trusted friend, now I must interrogate her as a stranger.
That's gonna be hard.
Not a pleasant task, I grant you, but a necessary one. Unless we weed out the ivy, root, stalk, and stem, it will simply grow back.
I know that full well. Those closest to Huayu have already been detained, and I will question them alongside her.
General, pray keep in mind that there may be unwitting abettors among them.
All will be treated fairly. On that you have my word. Those who are innocent have no cause to fear.
Yeah, good luck with that.
You have ever been a friend of truth, General. I hope the unpleasant task of weeding out falsehood will not detain you too long. Though it be for the sake of Eorzea, doubting one's comrades is poison to the soul.
Indeed.
And with that, I take my leave.
All these years, I've been made to dance to their tune. How could you, Huayu? How could you side with them? Those cankers who take from this land and give naught in return, who use their power to disempower and grow fat while the people starve. I know you can hear me, monitorous scum. Your crimes will not go unpunished. Today I will purge this land of your sickness before the eyes of the 12. I swear it.
Dun, dun, dun. Wow, this is a lot going on.
I shall have no further need of you this day. Your Grace. I fear that not even mine own chambers shall remain private for long.
Has the situation grown so grim?
Ever since he proposed the Cartiner Reclamation Bill, Teleji Adeleji has risen to greater prominence upon the backs of impoverished refugees. The monetarists were ever united in their pursuit of profit, but the man's actions have torn a rift in their ranks. They snap at each other as rabid dogs. Yet now is not the time to be bickering among ourselves.
If this bickering is a threat to law and order, might you not have grounds to dissolve the syndicate?
Oh, I wouldn't do that, Merlwib. Just because everyone listens to you doesn't mean everyone's gonna listen to her. You can beat the crap out of anyone who tries to stop that crap. She's gonna look like a dictator.
Would that the solution were so simple, Admiral. Alas, my moving to dissolve the syndicate is certain to spark outrage among the influential merchant class, whom the Cabal represents. This would serve to exacerbate the current unrest, and peace would slip still further away. Be they rich or poor, natives or refugees, all who reside in Ul'dah have a right to pursue happiness. It is the duty of a ruler to protect this right. If I am to perform my duty, I must needs tread warily. It would not do to make enemies heedlessly.
It's tea time with the Admiral! I mean, I would like tea time with the Admiral. And with Kane-sana, and with Nanamo. Look at all these cuties! I just want to hug all of them.
Were Lord Lolorito here, he would doubtless say that I have my head in the clouds.
A ruler is required to take a wide view. Try as we might to cater to all needs, some will inevitably be overlooked. As such, there shall ever be citizens who feel aggrieved. It cannot be helped. But as you have informed us, the monetarists take no view but their own. They hunger for power while the masses starve. In the absence of a common cause, it seems beyond any one individual to make Ul'dah whole.
And the presence of a Garlean agent within the Immortal Flames only makes matters worse. Even accounting for Ul'dah's historic reliance upon mercenaries, such a grievous breach of security is unprecedented. I fear this business will provide the monetarists with a rod to beat Rauban.
Eorzea can ill afford for the immortal flames to be dampened now. Ere long, the Garleans will turn their ravenous gaze toward our lands once more. If we are to resist their might, our nations must stand together.
Yeah, that Varys guy. He didn't want to destroy all of Eorzea, but he definitely wanted it. And he's gonna come back and try and... It's not gonna be fun.
Yet for this to happen, our nations must be whole. Cannot be done to improve the situation in Ul'dah.
The true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her citizens. Alas, the citizens shall never know these things, so long as their lives are ruled by the ambitions of the few. The monetarists claim to represent the best interests of the people, but in sooth they desire only to manipulate them for their own selfish ends. For the government to serve the people, it must be formed of the people.
Of the people?
For Ul'dah to move forward, it is not only the syndicate that must be dissolved.
What?
Nay, you jest.
My friends, it was for no other reason than to make known to you mine intent that I requested your presence here. When I make my declaration to the people, chaos shall inevitably ensue. As the last monarch in the line of Ul, I make unto you this request. Help Reborn to preserve order and protect the people. Forsake them, and you forsake yourselves. For a strong Eorzea will ever have need of a strong Ul'dah.
Your Grace, are you certain of this?
Gonna make a democracy?
There is no other way. When the time is ripe, the nation shall become a true republic. Both royalists and monetarists shall cease to be.
A republic, huh? I thought it was only Ul'dah. Unless you're talking about you're bringing Little Alamigo and other cities into this. Okay then, okay then.
Ul'dah will no longer belong to kings or queens or merchant princes, but to her people. Reborn, forgive me for casting aside all that you have toiled for in my name. Beyond this gesture, I am powerless to help my subjects.
Oh, no. Thanks, LV. Better ahead in the clouds than up your own arse. Yeah, at least the view's better. And hey, that is the end of 2.4. This is it. We're on the final bit. Now, every expansion, the 0.5 part, I always say 5 is the ending, but a 5 is always split into 2 parts, a before and an after part. So it's a little longer than normal, but probably going to finish this one, and then next week is probably going to be the end of 2.0. How exciting! Minfilia is considering which of her many responsibilities demands her utmost attention. Oh, poor Minfilia. Thank goodness I only have to go out and punch things. I am most eager to address the Ascian threat. However, we dare not neglect our other pressing concerns. We both know full well that Saint Shiva will not be the last primal we face, and our relationship with Ishgard is still tenuous at best. To think that the resolution of the primal threat was once the sole priority of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Some days I wonder if it was wise for us to take on so many responsibilities. Thank you! I was trying to say that from the beginning, but whatever. Lest you forget, antecedent, the Scions need not shoulder the burden alone. Were not the Crystal Braves established for this very reason? True, we are presented with a multitude of problems. However, we all have the resources we need to address them in turn. Calosa, in particular, is ever a steadying hand who I trust will continue to support the Braves. To what do we owe the pleasure? Have there been further developments regarding the situation in Uldar? As expected, the Immortal Flames have been struggling to cope with the revelation that one of their highest-ranking officers is a Garlean agent. Suffice it to say, Teleji Adeleji and his monetarist ilk have been wasting no time in attempting to turn the situation to their advantage. Coupled with ongoing unrest, the Flames are finding themselves hard-pressed. Plainly, General Reborn needs our help, and I will direct the Crystal Braves to offer what support they can. If I am to stay abreast of the latest developments and issue effective orders, however, I cannot afford to waste time traveling back and forth. And so, for the unforeseeable future, I think it would be best if I were to remain in Uldar, unless you have any objections. None whatsoever. We have matters here well in hand. You were just talking about how you didn't know if you could handle it. Never mind. Moonbreeder's research is proceeding as planned. So she tells me, though I am not familiar with the details. Brianche is poring over his tomes at the Waking Sands, and the others are contributing in their own ways. Alas, the key problem, how to form an ethereal blade at will, remains unsolved. Nevertheless, it's only a matter of time. Calosa, while we focus on that task, mayhap you could assist Alphino and his braves with theirs. It would do much to restore faith in the Immortal Flames if the Warrior of Light was seen working on their behalf. Never forget that your esteemed status allows you to act in ways that those more tightly bound to organizations and nations cannot. As ever, I implore you to do so. Not that your response was ever in doubt, but I humbly thank you once more for aiding our cause. Well, I mean, that's kind of what I do. Now then, there are preparations I must attend to before my departure, such as receiving Riol's latest report. He has proven to be quite skilled at gathering information others wish kept secret, hence why I placed him under my direct command and ordered him to investigate the Uldan riots. When you're finished here, join me outside. Depending on what he has to say, I may soon have a favor to ask. If there's any developments on our front, I shall inform you at once in the usual fashion. Wow, things are getting heated! While we focus on resolving the Ascian threat, pray devote your energies to assisting Alphino and the Crystal Braves. Yep, I can do that.
Oh, Calosa, are you sleeping well? You must be absolutely exhausted from saving the realm on a daily basis.
Oh, thanks, Tataru. It's okay. I'm getting used to it now.
Ever since Moonbreeda arrived, the Rising Stones has been buzzing with excited energy. I must admit, her enthusiasm is rather contagious. I am unfamiliar with the dishes of the lands to the north. Perhaps once Moonbreeda has concluded her current research, she might deign to share with me her culinary knowledge. When the City of Learning was abandoned, a great many tomes were scattered and lost. How smoothly our research might proceed were we able to peruse the archives of yesteryear. Moonbreeda has charged us with acquiring some rather esoteric manuscripts, but I'm afraid the task is proving to be nigh on impossible. Oh no, that doesn't sound good. When one is in need of precious commodities, it helps to have friends in the right places. Fortunately, I am well acquainted with the charming daughter of a successful Uldan import merchant. We needed a rare ore to modify the white auracite, and Thancred solved the problem using only his link pearl. I mean, it's great and everything, but where's the fun in that?
I mean, that means that I don't gotta do anything. Score. We were but stripling adventurers the night we saw fire rain from the sky and a pillar of light scorch the heavens. What a sight was that, eh, Coltonet? Ulri and I were in Eastern Thanalan when the colossal shards of Dalamud pierced the ground. We stood witness to the subsequent explosions of ether and watched dumbfounded as the swirling energy solidified into those twisted crystal structures that we know so well. Oof. Yeah, Moonbrito wasn't even here! These two have been telling me stories about the corrupted crystal formations that appeared following the calamity. I'll need more data if I can draw a conclusion, but I'm intrigued by the potential of their untapped energies. I wonder. Sorry, I kept you guys waiting. Is everything in order, Calosa? Are you ready to attend us? Attend? What am I, your lady in waiting? Jeez. Yo, Real! Pleasure as always, Calosa. You'll be escorting the commander to Ulda, I take it? Actually, I had another task in mind for her. You'd be so kind as to repeat your report for her benefit. Right then. Me and mine have been making inquiries into the source of the weapons that found their way into refugees' hands a ways back. So happens we caught wind of something promising. A rather large purchase of sharp and pointed things by a black marketeer holed up near Highbridge. I doubt that this man would have secured such a quantity of weapons if he did not have clients waiting. Clients that, for whatever reason, would prefer for his transactions to remain secret. Brings to mind that merchant what caught an arrow while talking to Calosa, don't it? Gregarious fellow he was, doling out swords and spears to the downtrodden and disgruntled. Which isn't to say that these clients have some mischief of mine, but if you want to be sure, it might be prudent to intervene before they collect their goods, savvy? Season the weapons before they fall into the wrong hands would be for the best. However, if we strike at the appointed hour, we might capture the black marketeer as well as his clients. What say you, Calosa? Sure, I'll try it out. Then it is settled. Rendezvous with Captain Ilbert at Highbridge and intervene when the exchange takes place. Now then, if you'll excuse me, I must leave for Ulda. I expect good tidings. You expect good tidings? Jeez, hey, Real. Don't keep Captain Ilbert waiting for too long, lass. He might have to start working without you. Yeah, I guess you're right. Off we go! To our favorite place! Camp, bone, camp, bone, camp. Dry bone, camp, bone, camp, bone, camp. Dry bone, camp, bone, camp, bone, camp. Dry bone, and that's the way it goes. Boom, 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 boom. You're welcome. Yes! Gooby butt, gooby butt, gooby butt. It's beautiful gooby butt. Oh yeah, let's go visit the other gooby. I think I made mention of him while I was passing by one time, but let's go get a better look at him. There he is. This guy has a quest for you, and it tells you about the lore. It's my belief that this Gubu was present at the Battle of Cartano 5 years ago. After its rider was struck down in battle, it sought shelter from the destruction raining down from the heavens, passing through the Twelfswood before arriving here in Thanalan. During this journey, the seeds of myriad plants came to cling to its body. Though the poor Gubu succumbed to its injuries in the end, the seeds would take root and eventually sprout from the carcass. It's amazing to see such an amalgam of species from across Eorzea. To think that such beauty could arise from such a terrible tragedy. The gods do indeed work in mysterious ways. And maybe someday there will be new plants. I think the quest that he does, you're doing some testing and you find out that indeed there are new species of plants that are beginning to be created from cross-pollination. And so, those terrible tragedies happen, but new life and new loves come through in the end. Mr. Gooby, I love the Gooby! I'm so sad. Ah, Calosa. My scouts have been keeping a close eye on the Black Marketeer, and it would seem that his guests have arrived. It would also seem that he has hired more than a few men to stand guard. Common thugs of no consequence, but they nevertheless pose a threat. Even so, I feel compelled to apologize. This is far beneath a woman of your standing, and Commander Levieur needn't have dispatched you hither. But powerful men have ever need of loyal, able-bodied friends. Having found one in you, 'tis only natural that he would rely upon you without hesitation. Oh, well, you know, I guess I feel a little happy that he's thinking about me first and foremost. Now then, we should make for the burning wall without delay and secure those weapons. First unit will ensure that the clients do not escape. With me, Calosa. What was it? For the freedom of all! I always forget that stupid line. I think there might be a little soon. Because now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I was wrong and this isn't actually 2.5. There are sure to be others. I have a plan. While you approach the sentry and create a distraction, my men will slip past and catch the Black Marketeer unawares. You got it! Once you dispose of the thugs, wait for us outside the tunnel entrance. Any questions? Let us be off. Good luck, my friend. I think we're actually still in 2.4 right now. We're getting close to the end, but we're getting close. So maybe not yet, but we might do one before the end of this stream? Question mark? Who goes there? An adventurer? Damn fool, you shouldn't have come here! Away with you! Oh wait, these are regular dudes. Jadelin! Handle the riffraff, please. Thank you. Anything else? Wow, more? Hey, little guy, you like getting murdered? Because it's happening. Good girl, Jadelin. What, more? This end here! Yeah, Kicked in the nuts by a chocobo. What a way to go. What a way to go. Yeah, but I do know that specific one comes up a little, that comes up like right at the beginning of 2.5. It's like the first few quests. So we're still in 2.4 then. I'm in 2.5. Okay then. Must have been wrong of me. Oh, time to wait here. I don't understand. What's this all about? What the? Ah! What? What just happened there? Ilberd! Ilberd, what happened? What? Ilberd, what? Oh, okay, so it is. Okay. Thank you, LV. What happened? As you can see, this is a fine mess. What happened? When I tried to restrain him, he drew a hidden blade and lashed out. But before I could disarm him, one of my subordinates panicked, and this is the result. How foolish of me to underestimate the bastard and to bring in an experienced recruit. Commander Levieux will be most disappointed. Damn it all! A golden opportunity wasted! Oh no. As for the clients, though I know not how, they slipped past our perimeter. At present, the first are currently tracking a party of dusk-white sellswords we suspect may be them. Would that we have enlisted the aid of the immortal flames or the brass blades. Alas, we're here to aid them, so they're in no position to aid us. At the very least, we have secured the weapons. Yet even that accomplishment is lacking, for the information we received indicated a massive shipment, and this is anything but! Some weird's going on. I'll be joining the first in their hunt for the dusk-white sellswords. If the gods are good, we'll catch them before they escape with the Black Shroud. In the meantime, I ask that you deliver these weapons to Ul'dah in my stead. Entrust them to the third Yu Hase. He'll take care of the rest. Yeah, Yu Hase and Elbert seem to be pretty close-knit. Should be okay. There we go. To Ul'dah! Alright, Yu Hase, I think is close to the Sapphire Exchange. Actually, let's see. Do we have another minion? Ultras. Sure, why not? Again. Wilred! Hey, it's been a while! Did you hear, my friend? I've received my first official assignment as a full-fledged member of the Crystal Braves. Oh, congratulations! Clap! Yay! Look at you, baby! You're growing up. Alion, yo, what's up? Why, Calosa, this is a surprise. Resh wished for me to thank you for helping us rescue her from Castrum Sentry. How fortunate that we could meet again so soon. Yo, Yu Hase! Ah, the Warrior of Light. Ever reliable friend to the Crystal Braves. You have my deepest thanks for your assistance in Kurthus. Now, what brings you to us this day? We got a confiscated crate here. A gift of weapons from a certain black marketeer, courtesy of Captain Ilbert, you say? Understood. Once we've cataloged the contents, we'll have them delivered to the Hall of Flames. This cannot be everything, can it? Rio stated with confidence that there would be a far greater quantity of weapons. A blatant falsehood. Clearly, Riol is unfamiliar with the ways of Ul'dah merchants who ever strive to present themselves as greater than they are. You should be thankful that his information was not completely erroneous and that we managed to achieve anything worth it all. It's still something worth celebrating, isn't it, Lieutenant? Besides, we got more important things to worry about, like fighting those Garleans up north. There'll be no fighting if I have anything to say about it. Our orders are to stand watch, not seek glory in battle. Wilred. If you have no further need of us, then I shall take my unit to the cerulean processing plant. Time for the fort to earn their keep, eh? Fight well, Alion, for the freedom of all! For the freedom of all! It will probably be in an hour, but you don't gotta come. Go to bed. Excellent word as always, my friend. Rest assured that the immortal flames will hear of your contribution. Until we meet again. For the freedom of all. And he's gone. Oh! Hi, Riol? Closer. A word, if it please you. Sure. Not here. Look for me at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. No need for whistling this time, don't you worry. Hang on. Something weird is happening, and I don't like it. Yo, I'm being sneaky like you. Is it working? Thanks for indulging me request. Few places better than a market for privacy, I find. All the hustle and the bustle of commerce means most conversations go unnoticed. I'll get to the point. At the Burning Wall, when you and the captain interrupted the exchange, what happened? Tell me everything. Leave no detail out. Well, I was just standing around, and then he was like, "What are you towing?" And then, "Wah!" And then he was dead. That's not quite how the first told it. These Duskwites they were chasing. Latest word is that we lost the trail. But you never saw him yourself. Not before the fighting started, and not after. Something ain't right. I don't know what it is, but I can feel it in my bones. I'm not daft enough to be misled by some merchant's drunken boasts. Our information was reliable, goddamn it. I know he purchased those weapons. As if I've never deciphered a moneylender's books or had to follow a transaction back to its source. Did plenty of that back when the Braves were getting started, believe me. Commander wanted assurances that we weren't taking gil from the wrong sort of benefactors. Of course, these days the money flows like water and the first and third get the shiniest new toys. Are you trying to say something, Rio? Forgive me, friend, I've got a lot on my mind these days and I appreciate you lending an ear. Right then, let's get back to it. Rio. What?
Calosa, can you hear me? This is Tataru. Your presence is urgently requested at the Rising Stones. Please come and see me as soon as you are able.
Hey, Rio. You come here often? Little eye waggle. Back to Mordona. Boing. That person's name is PP. I had a person in a dungeon a while back, his name was B.O. I love it. Man, we made so many jokes for Earthbound because the thing was psychic points instead of magic points, so it was all MP. I mean, it was all PP. And so we were just giggling all the time. My dad wanted to be like, dude, if you keep this up, Mama's gonna take the game away from you.
Thank you for coming so quickly, Calosa. We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you. A most determined lady by all indications.
So not Iceheart, so, oh, Lucia. Hey!
I guess is with the antecedent and the solar at present. Let's not keep them waiting any longer, shall we?
Yay, LV was right. Dungeon coming up soon. Oh, that's even better, B.O. Heck yeah, it is. Burrito! At this point, I'd be more unnerving if he spoke plainly. Unexpected tidings from the north, borne by the Lord Commander's second. What manner of wind bloweth this day? Good of you to join us. We have much to discuss.
It's no time for idle chatter.
I guess not. Sorry. Ophelia, what's up?
We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Lucia, what's up?
I believe the two of you have met.
Yes, we have. Hey, Lucia, what's up?
We have. I had hoped to speak with Commander Leveilleur as well, but I cannot afford to wait any longer. The Lord Commander sent me hither to request your aid in a matter of grave import.
Import?
You see now why I had Tataru summon you.
Thanks, Moonbrita. Thanks, Tataru.
Now that we're all assembled, perhaps you would be good enough to elaborate on the nature of the matter which brought you to us.
The Observatorium's astrologians have sounded the alarm. Last night, the Dragonstar burned with an intensity not seen in 15 summers.
Uh-oh.
Not since the Dravanians engaged the Empire in the Battle of Silvertear Skies.
The northern sky doth burn full bright upon the Wormlord's call. The red behemoth beckoneth, and flame consumeth all.
The old Curthan rhyme, aye.
Oh, well then we're doomed.
The brightening of the Dragonstar is said to accompany the roar of a great worm. The astrologians believe that it was Midgardsormr himself who cried out on this occasion.
After an absence of centuries, the King of Kings did return to lead his kind against the might of Garlemald, only to fall in his duel with the Agrius, proud flagship of the Gallian fleet. Devoid of life, His corpse remaineth entwined about the Magitech monstrosity even unto this day.
So, Lucia, would Amaric like some cornbread? I think we have a little more things to worry about.
Ariange has the right of it. Whatever this alteration in the Dragon Star portends, the Great Worm has shown no sign of life.
But you know what? I doubt he's had cornbread before. There's not much place for corn up in Ishgard.
Tataru, have the Domans reported aught out of the ordinary?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if Midgardsormr had roared, wouldn't we have heard it here in Revenant's Toll?
Roar is but a figure of speech. Dravanians can communicate in ways beyond our ken. It is for this very reason that we are forced to look for signs in the heavens. We cannot say with any confidence that a great worm roared at all, much less that it was Midgardsormr. Only by directly examining the Keeper of the Lake can we be certain. However, it will take too long to gain the Holy See's approval to dispatch the Temple Knights.
You mean the Temple Knight... The Holy See can't even approve that to go search the Dravanian king of all dragons? You know what? Fine, I'll go do it.
Therefore, Sir Emric would entrust this task to you. Do you accept? We knew you would not disappoint us. Now, if you would excuse me, I must return and assist the Lord Commander. We have precious little time to prepare.
To prepare for what, pray tell?
When a great worm roars, his brethren cannot choose but answer. We prepare for battle.
Oh no, if there is a roar, then that means all the little guys are gonna come in? We're gonna get a war coming on! Oops, sorry, I missed that.
Forgive me if I state aught which you already know, but I would ensure that you understood the nature of your destination. As Urianche stated, we now call the Keeper of the Lake is the wreckage of the Agrius, former flagship of the Imperial fleet, and the corpse of the worm responsible for its destruction. 15 years ago, as his next step in his campaign to subjugate Eorzea, Gaius van Belsaw attempted to seize control of Mordona. So massive was his force that all thought his victory was a foregone conclusion. But an unlikely ally came to Eorzea's aid that day. Midgardsormr, legendary guardian of Silvertear Falls, burst forth from beneath the waters of the lake and led a host of dragons against the Garlean airships overhead. In what would later become known as the Battle of Silvertear Skies, the Great Worm felled countless airships before engaging the Agrius. In the ensuing struggle, the flagship's cerulean engines failed, and it tumbled into the lake below. Yet this victory came at great cost, for the explosion which followed claimed the life of the Great Worm as well. That same explosion transformed Silvertear Falls into the desolate wasteland it is today, draining the lake of its waters and crystallizing ether from realms around. Yet a remnant of the lake remains, and at its center a constant reminder of that fateful day long ago. In accordance to Sir Amaric's wishes, our Doman allies have been standing watch over the Keeper of the Lake. It would be wise to speak with them before investigating the wreckage yourself. Be careful, my friend. We know not what dangers await you within. Now then, let us not neglect our own tasks. There is much to be done and precious little time to do it. Yeah, this is a really good storyline coming up. Before I depart, I must needs speak with the antecedent in private, if you'd be so kind. There's gonna be fanfics. Oh lord, is there gonna be fanfics. Everything's still normal, so we're out. I mean, he is kind of like a bully. A lunch money stealing bully.
figured it was better to invite earlier. Because it might be instant. Since it's a 4-man, that one's usually convenient. You're in luck, miss. I was about to send word to Reverend Toll about the Garleans. Of late, I've seen small airships, likely from Castrum Sentry, come and go from the keep of the lake. Though I cannot say for certain at this distance, I believe they may be salvaging something from within the wreckage. The Castrum supply lines have been cut for some time, and I'd wager they're desperately in need of spare parts and other equipment. Well, what about the dragons? So it's true then. The Ishgardians honestly fear that the worm might rise again. Well, from here that seems rather unlikely, but if it's assurances they want, you've no choice but to inspect the corpse in its entirety. Easier said than done, given the creature which inhabit the wreckage, and the aforementioned Garleans who won't take kindly to your presence. They're sure to fire upon an airship, so I'd advise a more stealthy approach. Take this boat and a few of your comrades to the base of the Agrias, then climb up to the top. It's the only viable approach, I'd say. Yay! Keeper of the Lake, now accessible! Alright, let's do it! Keeper of the Lake. Keeper of the Lake is not in Stormblood. Keeper of the Lake is towards the bottom. Keeper of the Lake is this one here. Yeah. Yay! Oh no! You should tell me stuff. Do we want to undersize it? It's not a huge deal. Screw it. We'll get through it faster and you can go to sleep faster. Go to bed. Do it, LB! LB's tanking out. Goes up a long way. The Einhander. Oh wow, he is. So this one is, yeah, we are killing him too fast. Oh no! I tried moving! Not fair. Oh, it didn't. No! Rip. Oh, that thing's exploding. Never mind. So the point of that gimmick is that if he hits the stuff, the big ones will explode the whole thing, and they'll make the other little ones explode as well, and it's just a big, scary bomb merino duel. And it's not fun. But it actually is kind of fun. I really enjoy that one. Normally. Because usually I'm pretty good at it. Oh boy, here comes the alarm. This is another reason why it's best to do this as undersized, because then we can get through this faster. Oh jeez. Look at how far up we've gone. Hey, we're getting close to the top at least. Ow! Hey, jerk! Stop that. Oh no. What the? There's stuff down there. Oh, like, God, please go down there. I mean, we can't go down there. What the? My shadow! Shadow, why? What is happening? Shadow! This is the best game. This is a good game without any flaws. Shadow, shadow. Look at the dead guy's shadow. Shadow, shadow. Oh, everyone's getting this bastard. I mean, yeah, you want to see the shadow? Oh no, never mind. Okay, let's go. We'll look at it later. Oh god, beautiful. Shadow, shadow, shadow. Alright, I'll do my best not to immediately annihilate this guy. We need to show off his gimmicks. Hey, so if you get targeted, try and walk him into the side, because then he doesn't do this. Yep. He also does a flamethrower, so if you get hit by this one here, this flamethrower, don't go back into the area because he has it. Speaking of, that flamethrower is a blue mage spell. You can learn it from here if you want. Now, towards the end of the fight, he does this twice, so yeah. There we go. That's not bad. There you go. And see, now you got a big area. If you're not good, you can accidentally just have the entire thing just get taken up on fire, and it sucks. Oh, also, Bogateers. Yeah, it's because we were trying not to destroy everything. Yeah, good job, Aonica. You tanked very well. But, yeah, Bogateers items. That was the first, outfit that Calosa wore back at the beginning of her adventure. This is where you can pick it up. Bogateers, outfit of healing is what Calosa has. Oh, the last time you tanked it, we ran out of space. Yeah, because welcome to this video. Because the other DPS didn't know how to avoid it. Also, you can friendly fire. The Garleans are shooting at it. See? You can see the ship. There it is, yeah. There's our gunship. And so if you walk these enemies into the gunship's firing range, then they'll get hit by it. Please follow. Gunship is like, oh no, I ain't messing with you. Well, a bunch of dead dragons. Seems there are no live dragons.
Who treadeth now upon my bones, and waketh me from slumber sweet?
I wasn't walking on your bones, I was walking on the Agrius. What? Oh! Hello!
Thou hast forgotten the face of thy lord. Remember, mortal, and fear me.
Uh-oh. Alright, well then, Midgardsormr. Let's introduce you to the Azure Dragoon! Get him, Alvi! Come, thou shalt be heard in the balance. Receive of my breath and Ow. So, this is a little gimmicky. He will, he just does a lot of attack stuff, but he's invincible as long as his baby is alive. So you gotta kill the baby, and then you can go back to fight. And this guy is where the gimmick finishes. You gotta kill that, and then use the Magitech field generator, or else you will die. Hey, you wanted to see if I will die? I wonder if I'd die. Let's see. What? I dodged it! I dodged it! Oh, wow! Oh, Calosa! You crazy, crazy lady! That was it. I love how this one's called Inner Turmoil, so the other one is called Outer Turmoil. Get it? Don't walk him away, he gets... Oh no! Ah! There we go. Now okay, fine, I'll stand in invincibility for fine. Let's see, Annika. Oh, yeah, see, it's fine, it's fine. So thou art. Yeah, Elvi just murdered the crap out of the King of Dragons. So, the best Dragoon ever created, essentially. I'm just saying. Hey, Bogatir Slops of Healing. Now you can be like Calosa, with only the flops. You two dorks! Both of you dorks are being dork. Be a princess. There we go. Now I'll be a dork. You're welcome. Alright. Let's go. Yay! Alright. Now go to bed, Alteron. You can see the rest of this later.
By her gifts hast thou earned a moment's reprieve.
What the?
Speak, mortal, and I shall listen.
Yeah, well, thank goodness for Heidelin, I guess. Hey, I need to talk to you about the Ishgardian War.
By a star.
Oh yeah, also that star, but also the fact that you never mind. There's a lady who was just wanting me to talk to you, so I'm talking to you.
My people have heard the song. Ishgard shall burn.
Shall burn? Excuse me? But Elvis Squeeze is there.
Answer for their father's misdeeds.
Sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. So what? Are you in the practice of just taking people who have, like, no money and then making their sons pay for it? That's cool. That's not dumb at all. Whatever. Continue.
We do not forget. We do not forgive.
Forgive what? You're doing it again. You're doing exactly what Iceheart did.
7 children did I sire. One now singeth of retribution.
Retribution?
I rise to join in the chorus. Thou art powerless to silence us, mortal. Yet thou shalt not live to labor in vain. Thy reprieve is at an end.
Okay, I don't know if you noticed, but I just jumped out of the invincibility sphere and I dodged the attack that just exploded the entire arena. I think I'm okay. What?
Trickery is thy shield. This frail and noble creature is not gifted, but chosen.
Yeah, chosen by Heidelin, you know, the planet. What are you gonna do about it?
Hearken to me, Heidelin. I remember, and I consent.
Consent? What, are you guys, like, making out? What?
Fear not, mortal. I shall not harm thee.
What the? Ah! Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. You give dragons a bad name. What the? Huh? What? Crystals? Why am I here? Huh? What the? I feel... Huh? The crystal of fire. It's going out. What? No, no, no. No, this ain't good. My crystals. The blessing of Heidelin. It's gone dark. Oh no. Oh no, this ain't good. Yeah, Rip Calosa, thanks for playing Final Fantasy XIV.
Mayhap thou thinkest me an oath breaker. Thou art mistaken. If thou comest to harm, it shall be by another's hand, not mine.
Yeah, okay, fine. But that still is kind of... I took away all your fancy protection. But now someone else kills you. That's their fault, not mine. Yeah, you know what? Get out, Midgardsormr. Whatever.
I did but strip thee of thy mistress's feeble blessing.
Yeah, I got that.
Thou
Sucks.
didst profit much by her grace, but no more.
Well, what? Now the world is gonna explode now, and when the next primal comes and destroys everything, you know who's to blame? You. You. What the? What's this, baby? What the? Tiny baby? What?
Their covenant binds me to thee.
What covenant? Oh yeah, you were talking about some Heidelin consenting thing.
I shall watch, listen, and wait.
Wait, that's you? You're the tiny baby? Oh my gosh.
Fight and struggle, if it be thy will.
Oh, I will. It is my will to will because, dude, I don't want the primals to explode the planet. But not like you're gonna do anything. Your body is just all dead, and now you got a baby.
Man hath ever coveted that which lieth beyond his grasp.
Man hath ever coveted that which lies beyond his grasp.
Yeah, well, you're gonna take some responsibility here for what you did? Of course not. You're a baby now. Oh, now he's dead.
I drink of her body, and thence doth mine own find new life.
What? What are you, a vampire? Now you're a vampire dragon. Man, I don't get this.
When it hath grown whole, the loyal and penitent shall rejoice.
Penitent? Are you talking about the heretics? Like Iceheart?
The dragon song heraldeth our beginning and an end.
Midgardsormr says, I'm baby. He is a tiny baby. Look at this baby! Just teleports away, disappears, and is a baby. You may summon Midgardsormr by selecting the corresponding entry within your minion guide under character in the main menu. Heck yes! Heck yes. Now I gotta find him amongst all this crap. Midgardsormr, where are you? Midgardsormr, please. There he is. No, that's not him. Where is he? Oh my gosh. There's too many characters. There he is. Summon and add to favorites. While it's difficult to believe the Yalmalong pup could be any of these things, he assures you his current form is only temporary while he awaits the reconstruction of a new corporeal vessel. Midgardsormr was a king amongst kings who reigned for centuries on end. Thanks, Minfilia. Oh, there he is. He's baby. Oh, let's go back. Gooby! Yes! Now time for more Gooby butt. Gooby butt, Gooby butt, Gooby teeth, and Gooby garland. This is the song about the Goobies. think I'm going the right way. Yeah, look out! Here comes the gooby butt. Yeah, here comes the gooby garland. Here comes the gooby teeth. Alright, let's go. Oh, I need to go back to the dump and watch. I was too busy thinking about goobies. Best thing about... I don't think he comes if you beckon, but... he does something. I'll have to check. Sorry, I was too busy thinking about goopy butts. Now we gotta go all the way back. This is my problem. Dump and watch! We have a dragon now. I was beginning to fear the worst. Well, those explosions I saw. Yeah, it was great. I'm fine. I dodged it. Ah, but you shouldn't waste time talking with me. Alphino left a message stating that you were to return to the Rising Stones at once. He left a message. Why Gooby? Why Gooby? Always Gooby. It's always Gooby! Gooby loves me that much. This is why I love him. He's my son and will never stay away from me. Gooby is always here for me. Unlike the crystals of light, apparently. Distracted by Gooby Butt. I was, okay? But yeah, I think you can do it if you beckon him. Sometimes they don't. Yeah, he won't. But he will. He'll sit on your shoulder when he's bored. If you're a Lalafell, he'll sit on your head, which is a billion times cuter. What even is this game? The cutest thing ever. Yeah, he'll only do it on his own. He loved my singing so much, he came twice in a row. Talk about my goofy butt. Lucia! I beat the crap out of Midgardsormr. Have you spoken with Commander Levieux yet? He's been pacing again. Okay, fine. Don't listen to me about murdering the king of all of the dragons ever created, I guess. Phrasing. No, I refuse. I refuse phrasing. Truth interpreted is truth transformed. Today's heroes may yet become tomorrow's gods, or something else. Praise the 12 that you are hale and whole. It came as soon as Midfilia informed me of Sir Amaric's request. You have completed your investigation of the Keeper of the Lake, I take it? Then I would hear your report. Well, I punched Midgardsormr in the face. A bunch, because I'm the best. You conversed with Midgardsormr? I swear, were anyone else to make such a claim, I would regard it with considerable skepticism. Are we to understand that the worm did not perish, but has in sooth lain dormant these past 15 years? Less a resurrection and more rejuvenation for he who dwelleth in eternity, years passing as mere moments. Though his words were ambiguous at times, one statement left little room for interpretation. My people have heard the song, Midgard shall burn. Clearly, an attack is imminent. We must share this information with Sir Emeric immediately. However, we dare not divulge our conversation with Midgardsormr in its entirety. To even acknowledge that you heard the voice of a Dravanian is a grave but necessary risk. Lest we forget, men have been executed as heretics for declaring as much. For your own protection, and for the sake of our tenuous relations with Ishgard, the truth cannot leave this room. As for how we shall present our revelation to Sir Amaric's emissary, you may leave that to me. Pray remain here for now. Well, go ahead then, Alfie. You tell Lucia about that crap. Shut up, Alf. Shut up, Alteron.
Is there something you're not telling us, Calosa? You seem different somehow. It is almost as if you're missing something. Something important.
Yeah, well, I don't have any crystals anymore. You just ripped out the crystals of light. Now there's no light.
12 for Fend. Midgardsormr stripped you of the blessing of light? Are you all right? How do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay, but now I'm not as powerful, I guess. 'Tis a relief to hear that you are otherwise unharmed. It beggars belief that any being could possess the power to deprive you of her blessing. Midgardsormr made mention of a covenant, did he not? One of the ancient myths regarding Silvertear Falls states that when the waters came into existence, so too did the great worm. Althik and Nimia, brother Time and sister Fate, decreed that Midgardsormr ever watched over the source from which all water and magic was said to flow. I wonder, what if this was the covenant of which he spoke, and 'twas not the gods with whom he traded, but Hydaelyn herself? Well, if he is watching over you as he claimed, mayhap you will have an opportunity to ask at some point. Let us keep this matter to ourselves. I do not wish to burden our friends needlessly. Oh. Sorry, Elvie was mentioning that it was gloomy weather when we started Keeper of the Lake, but when we left it was clear because we're the best. And we also stopped all the gloominess by beating up Midgardsormr. Oh, hi, Midgardsormr! Art thou a pawn or master of thy fate? What hast thou wrought by thine own hands, mortal? Well, let's see what I can do by my own hands. Might as well try it. I'm just saying, Alteron.
My friend, I can scarce believe it. You confronted the Worm Lord and lived to tell the tale.
Yeah, exactly. I just told you it. You were ignoring me and were like, oh, don't talk to Elf now. Never mind, whatever. Continue. Thanks for telling him, Alfie.
I give thanks to Helone for your preservation. It is our sole cause for gladness. Your encounter with the Keeper of the Lake served to confirm our fears. A great worm has roared, and it makes little difference if it was one of the two in Eorzea or any other. The Dravanians are coming.
Oh, jeez.
I am told that Ishgard has magical defenses against Dravanian attack, though I am not privy to their exact nature. Will they be enough to repel a massive force?
Ishgard has weathered countless assaults over centuries. This will be no different.
Yeah, but isn't this the king of the dragons lending his support? Isn't that a little,
And now that you have confirmed the threat, none can ignore the Lord Commander's calls for the wards to be strengthened.
Well, good luck with that then, I guess.
I dare not presume to speak for him, but I expect the Lord Commander would sing your praises. I must away, but we shall meet again soon.
Yeah, I hope you guys don't get destroyed, because Elvie would be pretty sad about that. Oh, yeah.
Countless assaults weathered, and this will be no different? Why am I not convinced?
Yeah, I'm not convinced either, but rip. Rip. Amaric and Harshafont and baby-faced Francel. Rip them all. And still nothing has changed. Okay, good. I don't have to talk to anyone. The Ishgardians have warred with the Dravanians for centuries, nay, nearly 1,000 years. In all that time, not once have their enemies breached their defenses and entered the city proper. Yet regardless of how strong these magical wards may be, I nevertheless fear that the Ishgardians are underestimating the gravity of the situation. Though it is not Midgardsormr who roared, a call to arms by one of the first brood cannot be ignored. Until such time as they choose to request our aid, however, one can do naught but observe the situation at a distance and pray that our fears are unfounded. Ooh, Brita! Yeah! Ere I forget forget, I believe Moonbrita has requested a gathering of the Scions. I assume there's been some progress concerning our efforts to combat the Ascians. Pray inform her that our business with the Ishgardians is concluded for the moment. I shall be along once I've completed my communications with the Crystal Braves. Alright, sounds good. Moonbrita! What's up? All done with your talk of dragons? Wonderful, because Ascians are next on the menu. Let's head to the solar, shall we? Couldn't I have just talked to Minfilia in the solar and then... Never mind. And then everyone could just teleport in there? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Forward and back, and then forward and back. So which came first, the chicken or the egg? I mean, Silvertear Lake or Midgardsormr?
Now that everything's calmed down a bit, relatively speaking, I mean, I thought it might be a good time to share our progress on the weapon.
The Blade of Light, right?
I believe we're on the verge of a breakthrough.
Oh boy!
Well, don't keep us all in suspense.
Yeah.
Just in case anyone's forgotten, let's start by reviewing what we already know.
No!
So, an Ascian is an immortal because its soul doesn't return to the ethereal realm when its host is defeated. Instead, it flees to the place that lies between our world and the void.
Thanks for this PowerPoint presentation, Moonbrita. I thought it was the last one. This one's the real one.
Therefore, the first step to permanently defeating an Ascian is preventing its soul from making this journey. And if you recall, when we last gathered here, I had verified that white auracite has adequate capacity to entrap the beams, albeit only briefly.
Don't keep us in suspense, Moonbrita. Alteron says, you can keep Orange in suspense. I bet he's into that. He really likes figuring out things.
Which left the small matter of their extermination.
Yes.
Aye. To unmake an Ascian soul, one must needs smite it with a concentrated burst, or blade, of purest ether. However, we wanted for both the data and the means to forge such a weapon.
Which you've now discovered?
Short of experimenting on an actual Ascian, you see, there's no way to gauge how much ether its soul is made of. As such, we don't know what etheric density our blade needs to have in order for it to work.
So we'll just have to make the densest blade we can and hope for the best. Though that would require a lot of ether. Hang on a minute. Why didn't we think of this before? White auracite can hold an absolute heap of ether, can't it?
Please tell me you're joking. God's sakes, Ida. I feel as though I'm reliving the same scene over and over with you. How many times do you need to be told that white auracite cannot store ether for long periods? Being intangible matter, ether is given to dispersion. Only in its crystallized form is it a stable source of energy. I will test you later on this, so see to it you do not forget.
Right, yes. It's all coming back to me.
Rip, Ida.
So our hopes rest on good old crystals again, do they? While they are certainly reliable, they leave something to be desired in the area of portability.
Yeah.
Indeed. I am reminded of the quantity of corrupted crystals required to thwart Leviathan, and the extraordinary lengths to which the Lamentsons went to transport them. What if it should prove that a similar quantity was needed to destroy an Ascian's soul? Or still more?
I do not envy the poor sod who has to lug all of that around on the off chance that an Ascian appears.
It's just a whole bunch of barges.
That's the very problem we set out to solve, and I reckon we've found the answer. If it isn't practical to lug around the ether we need, we'll just have to draw upon another source.
And that is?
And the only viable source is the land.
So we're just gonna draw it out of the earth?
If you mean to tap the Great River of Ether, know that it will entail considerable risk. Meddling with the currents may well induce a surge like to the one which despoiled Mordona.
Yeah, like, are we gonna turn into Final Fantasy VII and just rip it out with a Mako reactor? What are you talking about? Mako reactor, sorry.
Give me a bit more credit, will you? Why would we need to tap the river when there are veritable reservoirs jutting out all over the land?
Ah, so we're using natural Mako reactors. Nice. No worries, Barrett. You don't gotta kill us this time.
Aye, I speak of corrupted crystals. It might be that their aspect is out of balance, but a crystal's a crystal. It contains ether, and we can help ourselves to it.
Liquid materia! Mako is liquid materia.
While corrupted crystals are indeed abundant, there is no guarantee that they will be in close proximity at a crucial moment.
But what if we don't need them to be? What if we could tap their power from afar? A malm away, say? If we could do that, we'd have ready access to ether aplenty in almost every corner of Eorzea.
Aha!
I've yet to put my theories to the proof, but I've got a good feeling about this. If no one has any objections, I'd like to see where this avenue leads.
Go ahead, Moonbreeder.
If you think it worth your while, you have my blessing. But tell us, what are your theories? I, for one, am most eager to understand the process, however vaguely.
I'm just thinking, man, if we just pull out all the ether from these corrupted crystals, not only will we be killing the bad guys, but we'd also be, like, they wouldn't be as corrupted anymore because we're turning it into pure ether and then it's dissipating. So it's gonna be like, it's gonna be non-corrupted anymore, maybe. I don't know the logistics. You tell me if that works out, Moonbreeder. Anyway, continue.
I thought you might say that, but no one wants to listen to boring old theories all day, do they? I know I don't. So with your permission, I'd like to try something a bit more hands-on. I've already built an etheric siphon especially for this purpose, and I've been meaning to try it out. Thing is, the profusion of corrupted crystals in Mordona makes it something of a high-risk testing ground. If anything goes awry with the siphon, it would be better if it didn't happen within spitting distance of quite so much ether.
Yeah, probably.
Ideally, I need an isolated specimen. Does anyone know where I can find one?
May I suggest northern Thanalan? There you will find corrupted crystals of middling size, standing a reasonable distance apart. Ideal for your needs, I should have thought. Oh, and if you do elect to visit the place, I should be much obliged if you would assist me in another matter while you are in the area.
Alphinaud, why are you always wanting us to do crap for you? Whatever.
Has something happened?
Yeah, what?
Movement has been observed at Castrum Meridianum.
Ooh.
During Operation Archon, the Alliance dealt the stronghold a heavy blow. Its facilities were extensively damaged, and its garrison reduced to a fraction of its former strength. Not long after our forces withdrew, however, their ranks were replenished by reinforcements from Castrum's sentry. They now seek to rebuild, and to this end they have their sights set upon the ceruleum processing plant.
No, thank you.
Having lost the Empire's support, the 14th Legion lacks the resources to sustain itself. To them, this is a bid for survival, and they will doubtless fight like desperate men.
Oh no.
Though I have dispatched the Crystal Braves, I fear their strength alone may not suffice to stay the Imperial assault. I would request the Scion's aid in the defensive effort.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to inveigle us into fighting your battle with the promise of shiny crystals.
That is exactly what he's trying to do, Moonbreeder. He's done this since he arrived in Eorzea.
Well then, consider me inveigled. I won't lie, the crystals you speak of sound perfect, so the Garleans have to go.
Yeah, sure, let's do it.
Besides, we can't afford to beat about the bush. There's no telling when the Arceans will next appear.
Yeah, so, we are going to stop the Garleans from running into the cerulean processing plant because they literally have no food to feed themselves because there are no supplies coming in. So we are starving them because we're the good guys.
Thine eagerness to hurl thyself into the jaws of danger cometh as little surprise. Exercise due caution, I prithee.
Though you have become a crystal brave, you are yet a Scion, Alphino. We could hardly refuse you. Pray, join the Crystal Braves and lend them your support. Thancred and Papalimo shall accompany you.
Thancred and Papalimo. Papalimo. Papalimo.
Yes, okay, sure. I'm gonna make fun of his name, though.
Ida and Yashtola, in the meantime, I would have you assist Moonbreeder. Scout out the crystal clusters, that the testing may commence as soon as the Garlean threat has been eliminated.
Papalimo.
If it please you, I shall continue mine own experiments on white orosite.
Thank you, Urianger. Everyone, pray see to your preparations and depart as soon as you are able. Go well, and be safe.
Moonbreeder did say, what was it, Ossians. It sounded like ass. We will speak of this later, Ass-Ian.
Though I have little doubt you will prevail against the Empire's forces, I pray for your success nonetheless. Our very future may depend on Moonbreeder being free to pursue her experiments.
Alright, we're gonna finish up here. I'll play around. I'll see what the people are talking about now, but then we'll finish up because this is long and even my head is a little fuzzy right now.
We do seem to be running low on provisions. I believe an excursion to the marketplace is in order. For a small organization, we certainly chew through a prodigious amount of foodstuffs. Perhaps we should put a lock on the larder door.
Yeah, it's probably horrible there, let's be honest.
I see the Scions are ready to make them... are more ready... once more ready themselves for the road. I, too, must make preparations for an absence from the Rising Stones.
Oh, you guys are heading out? Where to? Seems that you've barely arrived before you have to take the plunge into the fray. Duty's an unforgiving mistress, eh? Though the tasks we tackle aren't like to be as realm-shaking, Coltonet and I must also heed her call.
Mori was most eager to join you on the front lines of battle, but as fate would have it, the antecedent had other plans for our talents.
So apparently Flamine's heading out. Ah, the Rising Stones look so small and tiny. Empty. Oh no. Well, let me take a break for now, Alfie. You'll let me have that, won't you? Let's sit back down, take a break. Ah, there we go. We'll take a small break. We'll wrap this up. We'll do this another week. Maybe... It might actually be that there may be 2 more weeks of A Realm Reborn, and the last one is just going to be shorter than the others. Especially because a lot of those credits and stuff that we're going to be getting through. Because there's a second credits. One of them is the people who were working on 2.0 all the way up to that point. And then there's a second one that was all the people who have joined since then. So we're going to have some fun for the ending of 2.0. And then we'll start up with Heavensward. How fun! It'll be great. But for now, thank you for hanging out, you guys. Thanks for hanging with everyone else. And I'll see you guys next week. See you around. Bye-bye.